Hello and welcome to As Long as Everybody's Having Fun. I'm your good friend. I'm your host, Mr. Max Bowman, and I'm joined once again by my good friend, Phil the Trill.
Woo-woo! Hey, how's it going, Mr. Max?
I'm doing fine. I'm
I
doing
got my
well.
America shirt on.
Is that an America shirt?
Notice the red, white, and blue on it?
Yeah, it is red, white, and blue. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's for like the big birthday,
I don't know
250
if you know.
year.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah. What?
250 years ago,
Yeah.
Declaration of Independence or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good idea. It lasted for what, 100 something years?
I mean, what, 1960 something? I don't know.
No, 1913, something like
Yeah,
that.
something like
Or 69, yeah. You can go by that. Who knows, right?
that. Oh,
It's
yeah.
debatable.
There's all kinds of little watershed moments in there, isn't
Yeah, but let's hope America will find out a way to become independent again at some point in the near
there?
future.
Yeah.
That's my wish for your 250 years in the inception of this country.
Well, thank you. And likewise to your Canada Day or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, like, and of course it's
What does
last
Canada
week's the
Day celebrate? What's the celebration for Canada Day?
Dominion Day. It's when the country when we became like the province, the different territory or British territory became a country together. But like it's not like
You
like
separated a
I'm from
little bit more from England?
no, we got to like we're like a bunch of like British territories that got together as a country. Right? It
Nice.
become like one dominion instead of being a bunch of like a foreign province. But like it's for me, it's like it's June 24th, right? Like it's the the holiday of Quebec is June 24th. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
a week early. So like Canada Day for us is nothing because I'm from Quebec. We have our own national holiday,
Yeah.
and
That is the most Quebecois, right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
the most Quebecois thing I've ever heard, maybe.
yeah. Well, I also like because like when also like when the Dominion was established, we weren't into it, right? We didn't want to join, so
Yeah. Not
we're not
even
happy with that.
interested.
Yeah, it's been forced
Hilarious.
upon us. So it is what it is. Oh, there you go.
Classic.
My air trumpet is here. There you go. Hail and well
Oh.
met, gentlemen. Hope you have a happy, unlawful American Rebellion Day, Phil. There you go. Like the
I'm feeling
colonial.
rebellious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $5
Yeah,
Australian
thank you,
dollar,
Benjamin.
right?
I hope
From
that
the
you have a
Commonwealth.
lovely day in Australia or whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know what the national holiday in
What are you
Australia
guys
is.
doing?
Or what it's celebrate. When is the National Day of Australia? And what is it about? I'm curious now.
Also being slightly removed from England.
Probably.
Oh,
So how's your week in gaming have been, Phil? You're still running the experiment? Australia Day. There you go. That's very. It's like us. Like, oh, we celebrate Canada Day. Oh, for them it's Australia Day. There you go.
Why don't we call July 4th America Day? Because that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Is Australia Day,
Australia Day
and Canada
Day. More.
Australia Day and Canada Day both sound lame.
Yeah,
but America Day sounds awesome. Is that
but you have Independence Day. That sounds awesome, or no? No,
it is. It's awesome.
Yeah. I don't like when people like say 4th of July. I understand why they do it now because you're not, like I said, you're not really independent anymore.
Right.
But
they like to take away those little identities.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of take away like the reason for the season, like we say, right? Just think.
Yeah. Imagine calling Christmas, hey, happy December 25th, guys.
Well, at some point that's when it's gonna be, Yeah.
Anyways, enough black pilling.
Yeah.
Are we black pilling?
So how was your week in gaming? Are you still like running this
Horizon
game?
So the last game got canceled because of scheduling reasons or something. I think my friend had relatives over or something. And anyways, the one before that, it was kind of strange. So you remember the one friend I told you about that was very skittish with the co-creation, and then he like made the switch, like he co-created a switch to turn off the hailing or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy has taken co-creation on. Is it too far now? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
He's just like saying whatever.
You might be experimenting with it, right? And you might
definitely experimenting with it.
Yeah.
So he like I'm having him go to a space station, and he describes the architecture. He describes the layout of the space station.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
And you run with it?
I mean, yeah. I'm not going to dissuade the thing. I'd rather just see what happens. It's just interesting.
Yeah. Like, is it too far? Like, if you run with it and doesn't like and the game still go on, right? Maybe that's fine. Maybe it's a bit further than you would like, but maybe that's fine.
I was gonna make it up on the spot anyways.
Yeah. Maybe it's something you can have a talk. Do you do the talk after the session about like how thing went? Like, how we always
did. I forgot what we did. I forgot what we talked about. There's a really weird session. They have this. So in the story, right? They have like this. Their AI is getting corrupted, and the last thing that she did for them before they realized she's getting corrupted is she convinced them that there was someone in this other sector that would buy bulk cabbages from them. And so they had like 100 cubic meters,
of cabbages.
Cabbages
is perishable. That's interesting.
And so they're like, okay, well, who's now they know that she's corrupted, and it's like, okay, well, where are we dropping off these cabbages? And she goes, uh-oh. There's no real place for the cabbages to go, so they're just walking around with these stinky cabbages.
Nice.
And they
remind me a bit of like East of Eden, right? When like the main character is like, well, the main character, it's hard to say, but like the father tried to send lettuce on train to from California to New York, and then the lettuce all rot, and then he's stuck with a big bill for disinfecting the train car, the train wagon.
The what? What's the cargo?
Lettuce.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, lettuce. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big story.
Yeah, so it's very similar to that. But so they spent the entire session just selling cabbages. The entire session.
That's cool.
Was them getting the cabbages off of their ship.
Yeah.
And so it felt like, but something else that I did on the sly, just because I felt like it would be interesting, is they were looking into trying to replace Naomi.
Yeah.
Because she's like fucking with the flying, and they're kind of freaked out by it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, we need to get one of these more like baseline packages.
Yeah.
And so they're talking about it, and they're shopping it around to like the dock.
Yeah.
And I made it so that the dock workers thought that they wanted to do it. So while they were gone selling the cabbages, they overwrite Naomi with this like baseline adware infected AI. It's gonna just like shit out like ads to them as they're flying around.
All right.
But I think I might have like, Naomi is a transhuman. She's not, so she's gonna be somewhere buried in the deep core. So.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be the focus of the game anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
now
also,
I have a fun little gimmick. I get to shoot spam at them occasionally.
Yeah. But if also like it was kind of driven by the player, so I guess that's fine. You're not just like giving him a toy and taking it away, right? It's like,
yeah.
And
then like everyone was kind of okay with it. They were like, "Oh, you did it already." They're like, "Yeah, no problem." And then it was like they didn't realize they didn't ask.
Oh, okay.
So they're just like, well, and then but one of them was like, "Oh, you did it?" Oh, because he was like had some kind of connection.
Yeah.
To Naomi, and then they were like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's for the best." And he's like, "Yeah, all right." So they just
well, yeah. You can always like you can always play with that. Like I say, like I know a little gimmick. You can be a little bit annoying with it. You can be a little funny with it. There we go. We had an answer by Maya Trumpet. You didn't have like to super chat for that, like, but thank you for another $5. Australia, they celebrate the arrival of Captain Cook. Arrive on the shore and brought civilization to the antipodes. There you go.
And they don't seem grateful. Like they could be a little more grateful.
They seem very spiteful, and I would even say, right? Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. But,
in spite of yourself.
You know what they say? No good deed goes unpunished.
Oh. Yeah. One other thing I was doing is like this sector is just like everyone's spamming the shit out of you all the time. So their hail comm is like polluted with spam calls.
Oh, really?
Like I gave him like a queue of like 10. And I was like, all 10 of them are full now. So like, okay, well, and then like whenever they get on board, I'm like, you're being hailed. And they click it. And then it's like the exact same message. Like, and they're like, oh yeah.
You or your loved one have been victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, after I told my husband this secret.
Yeah.
Something like that. I guess we get different types of algorithm things.
My
spam is mostly boner pills.
I'm ad blocked to the wazoo, so I don't get any fucking ads, right? It's pretty wild. I'm like, when I get it, like I'm kind of shocked, right? Like if I'm somewhere else, some shit like that. I say like, man, that's what the internet look like now.
Look at this guy with the callback. That's true, bro.
Ooh, yeah.
I love that.
That's what I thought as well. Yeah. That was funny too. Like in the you're being dropped as a prison, like on a prison planet.
You're giving a life sentence.
And you get fucking like ads. Like I don't have money. I don't have anything to consume.
They're very cheap ads. Like they didn't spend a lot to get the ad in the pod.
It's like,
but
it's almost scammy, right? Like, oh, you told me you're gonna make like X number of people captive audience. Yeah, they're a captive audience, all right. they hear your ads.
Yeah, like the people who bought her, who sold the ad, is actually scamming the ad.
Basically, right? It's like,
who's gonna complain? The guys on the pod. Anyways,
yeah. I didn't have any gaming this week because like we haven't started the Brime in the Wine yet.
Yeah,
I have good news though. What?
Yeah, I don't know that we teased that at all, but I'm thinking about starting on Brime in the Wine
on the show last time when Christy was on.
I think we were off. We were off camera when we talked about it.
Maybe we're off camera. Maybe we weren't. I don't remember. But like, yes, we might go back to the Brime on the Wine.
I miss y'all. I miss playing with y'all.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And it was a cool game, and I love that character that I was having. Very different than what I usually do, right? Being this very good nature character for once. That it's not like a fucking wise ass or rice cracking smart ass, right? It's just like, no man, I'm here to help the people.
Social butterfly as well.
Yeah, very compassionate. Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, I say like I've been working for a while on the magic system, right? And I keep circling around it, and I do tests, and and it's okay. It's good, getting good, right? But not to my liking quite yet. And now I finally think that I nailed it, right? There was always like the system was like the bone was there, but there was always something that was like hanging up a bit, right? As well as something that was not smooth enough, right? If I want to have mishap, or if I want to have like magical mishap if you fail your cast.
Yeah, that's true. There's not really.
Yep.
I don't think I ever saw what happens if you fail.
Yeah, I got it now.
Yeah.
And also, like I was also struggling with the sustaining of this. Like, if you want to keep a spell going, right? You want to make a wall of fire. You want to keep it going. So now I figure it out in a way that cover both at the same time, right? In the way, like, it's the same basic system that you have to assemble your spell with the word of power and stuff like that, and give you the difficulty system. It's just the way it's organized now. There's kind of like 4 phase in the casting of the spell. That the name can change a bit, but the first phase is like you have to get the success for the verb and the object, right? So the basic. At that point, you can manifest the spell, or you can hold it if you want to pump it before you manifest it. Then you have another phase when it's manifested and you're sustaining it, and then the phase where it's complete, right? And that's depending where if you fail on your roll, depending on where you are in those 4 stage, that's what impact if you're gonna have a mishap or not.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Something that I don't know if you're planning on doing this or not, but something that that I would consider if I were you is each school having its own peak dangerous spot, or being able to combine phases potentially because
don't
you're
think I don't.
doing like a wizardry school or
The wizardry school is gonna be the one
as an
that's kind of like
example, witchcraft,
the
whatever.
safest because like
Mhm.
because they're prepared spell, right? So you remove a lot of the risk by having to
Yeah.
prepare beforehand and having like your scroll with and stuff like that. So there's that they have that going on for them.
Mhm.
So there's some difference in the school in that sense, but the phase, it's more like, are you gonna roll and go to the phase, but the phase is gonna stay the same? Otherwise, it's gonna be like, I don't want to add too much complexity.
So is
But
this
the change is gonna be kind of organic. Sorry.
yeah. So does this like force spell to take 3 rounds or 3?
No, because you can go to more than one phase and with the
So you can
same
split your
roll,
dice
right?
pool potentially
Yeah,
into multiples.
your
Okay.
success can allow you like to blast through the phase, right? If you do a very small
Oh,
phase,
yeah.
you can just like make a small spell can still like very small spell could be done in like one round, right? Like you just want to
Yeah.
create a spark, then that's done, right?
So is
But
sustain like rain of fire for a month? Like is that like
no, they're
does
not
that require
they're not
more
sustained.
successes to
They're not sustained in that. They're not sustained in that term of time. I don't think I'm gonna go that. I don't think I'm gonna allow that at all.
Okay.
So if you want to have a rain of fire that keep going, you have to keep casting the spell. Basically, you have to keep it going like round per round, right?
Well, what was the one that like kills people? Sorcery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
What if I'm
if you
an asshole sorcerer though? Like let me kill like a town of people.
and pump it.
Pump it up a bit.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out something, but like for that,
That's what you got to do. Give sorcery,
yeah,
take the safeties off for sorcery.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just to really fuel your villains
Elfanter asked me like, you
or
don't like
your
magic.
ne'er-do-well characters.
Why do you include it in the bastard sword, right? Well, one thing first, I also try to make a magic that I find interesting and that I do like, but also like it's a fantasy game, right? You kind of need to have magic, and I don't know, it's a good challenge too, design challenge, right? Like I don't want like I'm not trying to take easy way out with the bastard sword.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make something good and cover all the bases.
I think that I don't think that there is, well, maybe in like the minutia, but I think that you should really have a lot of variation between the schools and every one of these rules you're coming up with. Each
Yeah.
school potentially interacts with it in a different way or has a way to compensate in a different way or something like that. Just to really add flavor to the schools. That would be what I would encourage you to do.
Yeah, like there's
Because they're so different thematically.
Yeah, and they're gonna feel different. I think like from the idea I have already, they're gonna feel different in use.
Yeah.
But like I want those differences to be kind of organic, right? It's like the rules, the basic rules for casting the spell is gonna stay the same. They're not gonna have exception to rules, but the way they approach the way the access to what power they have, stuff like that, are gonna organic change to like the way like
That's what I'm saying. The exception is the flavor, right? It's each exception because it's a school.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but it's not an exception that's gonna go against the general rule. It's gonna be like an specificity that change how they go through. Like like the general rule is gonna stay the same. Just like but you have a shortcut basically in this place or that place, right? So it's but like
it's going
I think
against
it's gonna
the
be.
rules.
It's not going against the rules. It's going like it's allowing to go through the rules faster.
I will accept your description.
You're not going to in a different direction. You're not making a swerve, right? Just like yeah. There's you have those order on the rules, but this one is easy for you to jump. Yeah. Anyway,
that's how I like. That's what I'm really trying to do a lot with the because I'm really with this role-playing game that I'm playing with these dudes. I'm really interested in like the gear and the ships and stuff, and it's all like, how can I mess with Easy D6's core rules? So it's like this thing gives you boon on crits. This thing gives you automatic thing for spending this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I love. That's why I like gear, and I think that your magic system sounds like you could have a lot of these like magic items that fuel certain phases potentially of the casting, or you know what I'm saying.
I'll show you. Like I need to write it now. Like I have write it like in rough form, right? Like I need to make a proper paragraph, and then I'm gonna update the document online. So if you want to look at it,
you getting close to a play test here?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. And also one thing, I'm glad like this new system now it's getting aligned with like I was at some point I had this magic system. And I said I want to make it a bit more aligned with the melee combat, but also aligned with that kind of the range combat. Range is resolved like with the distance, cover, dodge, and if you hit or not, right, and then you make damage.
I never did the range, but yeah, I vaguely remember that because I saw Crispy shoot an arrow a few times. But
yeah, and most of it is transparent if you're in normal circumstance, right? So there's those steps, but like this one doesn't apply here, so you just skip over it, right? It's like, so it's not to be super complex.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to achieve. Like that's the direction I'm going now with, right? And then it's gonna be like then fleshing out those different magic traditions. That's gonna be fun.
I agree,
and it's gonna solve a lot of also I had some question about like, oh, I'm gonna make those flavor for those things, but now like this new system, it's gonna give me a lot of room to play.
So I'm becoming more of a desert goblin witch doctor / rifleman.
Yeah,
it's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
it's like my first hard concept I want to try. Potion guy, potions, right? That's witch doctor.
Yeah, it's witchcraft. Yeah, it's
witchcraft.
Potion.
Yeah. With little like voodoo dolls and shit as well, or
that's the shamanism.
The shamanism. Okay.
The shaman got the voodoo doll.
So I got my cauldron. I'm doing a cauldron thing.
Yeah, you can do you can do wand and staff in the witchcraft. You can do potion, wand, staff, and you have like you can do like those very little like like Witcher sign, right? Those very tiny little spell effect that are just like spontaneous, like cantrip. Which I think is what I'm gonna call them.
Dumping it over my rifle, like pouring it on.
Yeah, you can enchant object, yes.
Yeah.
And like the witch that have the witchcraft are the one that can do magic object basically.
Nice.
But the magic object are not permanent magic object. They can have like charge. So if you want to have like a magic rifle, right? That's Then
I just need them on the bullet. I don't even need a.
Yeah.
I keep the bullet in like a flask of potion.
Oh yeah.
When I load it. Sounds pretty dope.
That's interesting.
What if the bullet is a flask? I don't know.
Yeah, because like that's
I'm not really knowledgeable with guns. I'm sure that's not realistic, but
that's well, if there's
like
probably a way you could do it, right?
It's got a little
because that's the way like the thing, like there's like the potion, they have like potion that you have to drink, but they also have what they call like fumes, right? They're potion in bottle, but you have to break them and then create like cloud of effect.
Yeah.
So normally you have to throw them, right? So that's part of the gameplay of the witch, right? Is they're drinking potions like that, but also you throw them on the floor at people, right?
Like a gas effect, yeah.
Nice. Which can be like all kind of thing, right? You want like a mass heal kind of thing, you can just break a potion.
You don't get it, my ear trumpet.
There's
a glass like ball with potion in it in the bullet.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's probably crazy.
Yeah, could be interesting. and I haven't thought about that, but it's you bring something that can be interesting. If you can pull it off.
This bullet's gonna put you. It's gonna heal you. I don't know, guys.
Yeah,
just trust me. This is gonna heal you.
Do I have like different management level, like in the GURPS? I don't know what that is, to be honest. There are some magic tradition that do rely on something close to is management level. You were saying mana level. Yeah, there's some magic tradition that do rely on something closer to mana, but that's not the That's not the norm. That is not the norm. I'll talk more about it like in the near future. Stay tuned. And also I'll update the document when I have this section written, because now finally, right, like I circled the drain like so much, like, and it was like, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not as good as I wanted to. Now I think I nailed it.
I got a potion. I'm laying in the desert with my long rifle. I got a potion, and I crash it against a rock, and I inhale the fumes, and my pupils blow out. You're gonna fucking line up and take a shot.
Yeah,
it's kind of dope.
Yeah, and you get a potion that increase your shooting capability, right? Your
sure, whatever.
Your
I'm
shooting with a gun.
I'm just getting high, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, shooting with a gun.
High while shooting people.
You have that. You can do that, right?
Okay, good.
Yeah. You can like, you know,
battle drugs or whatever, some PCP,
or just regular drugs that don't give you any advantage.
Yeah. Just having a good time out here.
Yeah. Oh, that I need to think about that. I need to think about like the.
Yeah, give the witchcraft some drug manufacturing.
I need to think about like if there's a system I can do that you gain some positive effect and some negative one in the same potion, right? Maybe there's a way. Maybe there's something fun to. There's a big ass mosquito there. Maybe there's something fun to play with that. But anyway,
you have a lot of conditions.
Yes,
but none of them really relate to being like messed up.
Oh yeah, there are.
Like being messed up from like drugs.
Yeah, you can be stunned. You can be tired. You can be angry, right? Depending on the drug you have.
Is there drunk?
That's no, because like I decided that that's basically stunned and tired.
I like it.
Yeah, that's why like I didn't want to have like 1,000 fucking like
I think that's a good way to do
condition. Yeah. So
how many conditions is it?
I think now I have 5. I cut some, so I think it's 5 now.
Good.
It's angry, afraid, hungry, thirsty is the same. Tired and
is encumbered
stunned.
one or?
Oh, encumbered, yes. Yeah, 6. Yeah, encumbered is one as well. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can totally mix and match those.
Yeah.
You like lose 2 tired, take 1 stunned.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. And like and you know what, I have traits, right, that you can gain like and like I'm gonna make one that's gonna be like a mean drunk, right? So when you drink, you get like the angry condition. Yeah.
You don't get tired as much, but you get real angry.
You don't get tired as much, but you get like, because like what I was thinking about doing when you drink, you have like you split between the tired and the stun, right? So you can spread them around.
Oh, so you could spread it around.
But now you can spread it around on angry as well. So you can so yeah, you don't.
So you could drink more, but you just become a real asshole.
You can drink more, but you just gain like exactly. It affects you as much, but it affects you in a different way.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Right? Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about some news.
Yeah.
This week in foreign important news.
Ooh.
There you go. Yeah. Oh no. Again, every time
I got to come up with like my version of the soundboard there. Okay, do it again. Let's try it again.
You want to do on the banner,
and then you do this weekend. Go ahead.
This week in fun important news.
Oh damn! I don't know. Is that good enough?
There you go.
That's pretty weak.
The old budget of sound effect we have is that.
Yeah,
all right, let's talk about
workshop.
Yeah. We're just making up a thing as we go. The employees at Magic Arena, we talked about them lately because they're unionizing, right? And now Hasbro refused to voluntarily recognize the union, so he had to go to a vote. So now the vote happened. How do you think that ended up?
I think that they voted to unionize.
You'd be right. Oh, there you go. We have $2 for a sound effect board, sound effect funds. Yeah, that's about what you get.
It's support like yours that allows us to keep doing that. I hear trumpet.
Yeah. They did unionize, and there was like 102 people that were eligible for vote. 79 of them voted in favor and 16 voted against. So it's it was quite overwhelmingly in favor of the union.
Yeah.
How many
of those signatures use their legal name though?
Oh yeah, we had like an issue with that, right? About like what's using the yeah. I don't. There was. Legality. I didn't read about that. Anything about that in the news. They reiterated like like what C has been like or Hasbro has been hostile to them and to the unionizing process. We remember like in the last show we talked about in the news that they use the legal name or the birth name or dead name, depending on how you want to call it, of a multiple transgender employee twice in the same week, and they audited everybody.
You think they'd consult with their HR in the middle of this union issue?
Yeah, but
I forgot to.
And it was a big stink. But anyway, and the big revendication that they have on the with this union thing is that about like the Hasbro asked them to come back to the office to work. They want to put an end to the remote work, and they said they had like a forced overtime. I hope they did it for a third time. Oh, here's how people voted.
It looks like you misspelled your name. Here it says Star, but here it says James. Yeah.
But what's the necromancer? The dead naming exactly.
That's true. Don't underestimate him.
Yeah, it's quite dangerous. Life threatening, apparently.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I remember basically
forced crunch, and some stuff.
Basically, they took all the things they were already doing for them and put them on the negotiating table. Is kind of how you made it sound like last time.
Well, they say like it's the remote work and it's the forced crunch time and unpaid overtime. That was the apparently big stink point.
No.
Which all right, fair enough. Enough of that. Daniel D. Fox, we talked about him also lately. The creator of Sviander.
Mm-hmm.
They had like some issue with a Kickstarter for Sviander Reforged, and we gave him some kudos on the way he handled it, and like he tried to sue people that was like a delaying thing unless they get their shit together, because he said like the people that back the project, they need to have the fucking book, right? And now like that seemed to be resolved, and now he's doing another thing that is worthy of applause, I guess. Is allowing third-party publisher to create free and commercial content for Sviander. Cool. So that's good. He's doing like an open license for Sviander, if anybody care.
When you do that, do you? I'm wondering how that works, like legally. It seems like you could take away the license whenever you want. But if properties are made under that, like agreement, then I feel like it's almost like automatically grandfathered. Is that kind of how it works?
It's complicated, and I think like from what I understand, it's has to be like it's like legal action to decide it, right? So it's like you have to go in front of the judge and shit like that. Like that's what it seemed to be the thing.
I need to know if you know the legal precedent for this in the United States, Max.
It hasn't been established as far as I know. And it almost went with the WotC thing when they removed the open game license, because like this was like said to be in perpetuity and something. There was some language that people say like argue like, well, that's mean you cannot revoke it, right? Because like this license, but then say we can, but then like people say, well, I'm gonna sue, and then WotC backed off. So the precedent that I believe hasn't been established yet, or maybe it has, but it hasn't been like brought to my attention there recently.
I have a feeling that
there you go. I also got the Sviander, but I got the first Kickstarter book. Yeah. Yeah. Big brick.
I feel like, here's my absolutely don't know anything idea, but sounds like the WotC lawyers had a good idea how it would go, potentially. Or maybe they didn't want a final answer.
Maybe. But also, WotC is a company that back off to public pressure a lot.
That's true.
Yeah. So who knows? Warhammer: The Old World is the TTRPG is finally out. I talked about this game a few times, right? Like I would say, like, well, I don't know why they're doing that. We always like Warhammer Fantasy fourth edition, I think, that people like the system at least, and now they're doing like a D10 system instead of a D100. But I would kind of be interested in getting it.
Yeah.
But it's like £42, which end up being like $78 Canadian, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Quite pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how much that is in real money. Sometimes I wonder that. I'm just joking.
It's like 50 $60. The
Okay.
pound is worth quite a bit.
If the art's good, that's kind of all I do.
42 British pound. Yeah.
At least in Australia, it's called the Australian dollar.
Yeah.
42
pound of silver.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Not anymore.
I don't really even look at the books unless they have good art at this point. It's
just
and books for me.
The art for this one seemed to be nicer than the Warhammer 4th edition. A little more gritty and stuff like that. Yeah. Obviously made for a modern audience too, so there's that, right?
I don't know how my ear trumpet feels about this, but if he wants to chime in, that'd be cool. I think old Hammer art is not great.
Nope. Well, depends.
It's like definitely not as polished as, and I don't want to go all new everything, but I think you can. I think it's better now than it was then.
There's more than one access to that. Hello, nerds. There's kind of two access to that, right? Because there's also like the technical side of the art, but also like the thing depicted, right? And I think now some of the modern art is better technically, because some when you look at the old art, sometimes like, well, the proportion is a bit off, the need don't point in the right direction, stuff like that. But the theme were more evocative and stuff like that. So it depends what which is more important. Now, like sometimes you have like more technically better art, but it doesn't tell anything like I
had a feeling you would.
Yeah. It doesn't tell anything like essential about the human condition, right? So it's
okay.
Yeah, that's my
you got me on that one. You got me on that. You're kind of swaying me on that. I would say I think the lore is a lot more nailed down now too. So it's like, rather than guessing what something looks like, they have a really good idea what something's supposed to look like now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And there's some iteration done, right? Like the people like the thing that the piece of art in the past that were good, people build up of that.
You're kind of defining
and make it better. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like people are like kind of going like going blind a bit, right? Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that art. Chaosium announced a new game, and it's going to be a steampunk RPG called Time Without Tide, or Time Without Tides, or Times Without Tides. There's some plural there that I probably didn't put in because I'm not.
Times Without Tide is kind of crazy. What is it? I'm gonna Google it.
It's a steampunk team RPG that is going to be announced and come on backer kit in August. And it's apparently not going to use the BRP system. It's not going to be a BRP. So that was surprising. They said they're going to come with a new system. So I think that was worthy of news. I don't know why they would do that, but why not?
I looked it up. There's no plurals.
Oh, so I did write it right.
Time Without Tide.
That's strange. I thought I made a mistake.
What's going on in that world?
There's time, but there's no tide.
Hey, you want to get up early? You want to get up early and go do some body surfing? Nah, bro.
Nope. Yeah.
Let's sleep in.
It's well, they can still be wave without tide. Could they? Yeah, wave is come from the wind. Yeah.
I guess
we need like an oceanologist.
It's not moving. It's not going back and forth.
Yeah.
Don't you want like well, whatever. There's like an opportune time, but maybe if there's no tide at all.
I don't know. If there's no tide at all, I don't think it's a big drawback, to be honest. Tides are
You
kind of
can,
like something we have to deal with. It's kind of annoying.
yeah. I got to walk all the way down there to get to the water.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're gonna say that.
And then like, oh yeah, I want to pass through this pass, right? Oh yeah, you can between this time and this time.
I
No,
want
it's
to.
like, yeah, it's either open or it's not.
I'm building my sandcastle here, and the water's
It's gonna
hitting
be
it.
yeah. Build it
What
a
the
little
hell?
higher.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be good forever because there's no tide that's gonna wash it up.
I don't know. You can really get some good sandcastles.
Yeah. You can work on it for multiple day in a row, right? I don't know.
Like a whole week, that project.
Yeah. So there you go. That's an interesting world to explore.
Yeah. Worth exploring. Both
Worth
fun and
exploring.
important.
Yeah. The Invincible RPG. The pre-orders are not open. That's a game made by a Free League. Free League always have something in the news, and it's using a customized version of the Year Zero engine. So there's that. If you're into the superhero games, right, and you don't want to play heroic, yeah, by a friend Bear, you can go play Invincible using those leagues, the free
I don't want to do that.
Year Zero. Yeah, I don't care either.
How do you feel about IPs in role playing?
I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan. Like, I don't think they add anything to the.
Yeah,
I don't think they add anything to the.
Then you think about, do you want to role play in Star Wars? Like, that's the real question. The Invincible universe, like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. No, I don't want to. Star Wars like least egregious because like the story that's been told it's not like yes, it's a big story in the original movie and stuff like that with the Empire and stuff like that, especially like but it's also you can easily imagine other story existing elsewhere, right? It's like, oh yeah, this one base got destroyed. It's a pretty big blow to the Empire.
We're not going to talk about Dune right now.
Yeah, no. But anyway, so like I find like the IP doesn't add much to playing with the IP doesn't add much to the game in general. Yeah. Just restrict your freedom and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I mean, unless everyone's a big fan of the IP.
Yeah, that's the exception. Catalyst Game Labs. They announced a new core rulebook for the BattleTech RPG that's going to come up in September 2026.
Okay. Not called Mech Warrior?
It's BattleTech.
Okay. Mech Warrior is the BattleTech RPG.
Maybe they're going to... I don't know. Maybe they're going to read Mech... No, they said BattleTech RPG.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if because like there's a big game too, that a big mech game that has been big mech game that has been making a lot of noise called Lancer that came out recently, right? And people say like, well, it's you end up doing a war game again, right? Like it's not really a role playing game as soon as you get into the mech. Yeah, that's the problem that's the problem that mech RPG always have, right? Once you get into the mech, well, now you're just like playing BattleTech, basically. Right?
Yeah.
So it's a problem or not, depending on how you want to see it. So I don't know if they're gonna solve that. But I have
I don't know.
something else talking about that later. Stay tuned. That's a foreshadowing. Paizo made a communique, like made like a memo about like warning the Discord user to be worried about looking for game scam. And they talk about how scam use AI and the looking for game groups to do some social engineering or to fake artist portfolio. And then they're going to ask you to, if you want to join the game, they're going to say, okay, but you have to commission this specific artist for character art, and then they steal your money. So
like $20? Is that what they're stealing? Or what are they stealing?
Maybe. In some part of the world.
You give them your billing information, they just go crazy on you.
That could be. Mm-hmm. Or it could be stealing $20 from 100 people, right?
It's true.
And a lot of it is done by true bots and shit like that, right? So with AI agent now. So that's why like it's low investment for the scammer nowadays. So
just sort of
$20 for
harvesting all the rooms.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. The London D&D Fan Expo. That was a big expo.
We should get into that. We should get into AI scams.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Worthwhile.
Maybe we'll do one on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Live. We're gonna stream it. We need to go on Kick for that.
Yeah, we'll do those kind of streams. We'll do a special Kick.
Yeah, we'll special Kick channel when you can come and see us scam people. Probably you, the audience.
drop a few extra slurs.
Yeah. The London D&D Fan Expo. It was a big con that was supposed to be coming in August this year in London. Hence the name. It's been postponed to September 2027. So more than a year.
For what con? What'd you say?
The London D&D Fan Expo.
Okay.
Yeah. People were looking forward to it. There was some controversy because like people say like it's kind of like put together by WotC, I guess, right? Because like WotC is really involved in that. Yeah, it's a big thing, and it's
have some like really popular Let's Plays there.
But that's the thing. People were criticizing that the panelists were all like people brought from the state, and they say you don't rely enough on the local talents that we have in the UK.
They probably want to draw a crowd.
Yeah, but that's the point, right? They didn't really give any reason.
Who are the British role players?
There's some of them. I don't know them. I don't know, but I don't know much actual play, right?
Do you know one of their names?
Eye Roller. The Eye Rollers are British.
High Roller?
Eye Rollers. I think so. I think they're British.
Fair enough.
But it's not the only convention also in London has been cancelled lately. Like the London Film and Comic Con has been cancelled. They said that they canceled like because of the price of a transatlantic flight is skyrocketing. It's way too high now. But Nerd said that UK is huge on wargaming, but not as many RPG big games.
UK loves games.
Yeah.
But I agree. I haven't seen a lot of role playing coming out of the UK, but whatever.
So there's that. Apparently, like there seem to be like problem going with bringing stuff to the UK, right? Or stuff and people, because even like we talked last show about the free RPG day that happened on June 27. That got delayed in the UK.
Oh, okay.
So you still got time. You can fly to the UK to get there.
How many days do I have to get to the UK?
I forgot when it was delayed too. I'm not even sure. I think it got delayed, but I think I'm not even sure if they say the date yet. I just say, it's gonna postpone. It's gonna happen later this year. I don't think they said a date. The reason they said it was
I'll go to my local game store, see if they got any bonus.
Yep.
Bonus stuff.
The reason they said for the free RPG day was that because of like there was like logistical problem with the custom and the cost of shipping stuff to the UK. So the UK seemed to be like a failed society, basically. It's now poorer than Mississippi.
They delayed their D&D Expo. So Pax's conclusion is,
and the free
UK is a failed state.
The film and Comic Con. Those are signs of failing society, if you ask me.
Max is ready to cut the cord, or what's that called? Pull the cord on the UK.
Oh yeah,
I'm with you, man.
No, but it's true. Now that they're falling behind in term of wealth, like.
But I mean, like Nerd said, I don't think they were ever real big on role playing. I mean, they're the West still, but
yeah, it's the Anglosphere. What?
Someone firing the loudest firecracker outside of my house.
Yeah,
or shooting at me.
Maybe. I hope not.
You never know. It's Texas. Yeah.
Penguin Random House Publishing will publish a D&D encyclopedia.
Okay.
There you go.
Finally. Is it gonna be like the Encyclopedia Britannica with like 2.5 shelves minimum of.
No, I think they
D&D?
say it's gonna be like around 300 page. I didn't take note of that. I read it. It's like, but there's
a normal size
biography of
game
Gygax and history of the game and stuff like that, right? It's not like a it's not a game to play with. It's just a coffee table book for Grognar, basically. Yeah.
I mean,
would you role play as a slave? Yes.
I role played as a slave.
Yeah, and
I was Max's
slave master. Yeah.
But I was like his top bitch.
Yeah, well,
I thought I was better than the other slaves.
Yeah, well, it was a Greek game, right? Where this relationship with slaves is a little more complex. Game. Yeah, hell yeah. We could go back to that at some point.
Okay.
I have one last piece of news that is going to be a little more involved, so get ready.
Is it fun?
Yes, I think we're going to have fun.
Is it important?
No.
Okay, good.
The Ennies have announced their nominees. You know the Ennies Award?
Of course. Who doesn't know the Ennies?
We all know about the Ennies, right? People say like, "Oh, winner of the Ennies Award, any award." Like, nobody care about it. You care about it?
I could tell you probably doesn't care much about it. The fallen state of Great Britain.
Fallen state of Great Britain. They have a problem to.
Yeah, they have more problems on their hands.
Like they have a little more serious problem, like getting their expo on the so like Ennies awards, man, we can get an expo going on.
It's just a laundry list of different things, Jacobite. It's just a laundry list of role playing adjacent things.
So I want to talk a bit about the Ennies, right? And I'm gonna be a bit editorial about that. And
you're gonna be a bit what?
Editorial about it.
Okay, good.
And I'm gonna say why nobody fucking care about the Ennie Awards, right?
Well,
and my first piece of evidence is gonna be in the judge spotlight, right? So there's nominee and then there's judge that make those decisions about which game is gonna win, right?
The experts.
But those judge, they also can spotlight one game that they think is particularly good that they want to draw attention to. Let's look at some of the game that those judge put in the spotlight.
That sounds like a totally reasonable thing a judge should be able to do.
Yes, I agree with you. I don't think it's a bad idea. So, one of the judge promote Girlframe. Girlframe. We talk about mech game, right? So there's one. So that's a game. Yeah. That's a game using the Powered by the Apocalypse engine where you tell story about lesbian pilot forced into half-living mech suits sent by their Emmert Kilgore. So there you go. All right.
Something about forcing lesbians to do things.
To go in living mech suits.
Just feels a little... Not my cup of tea. Not for me.
It could be a good game, right? If you're into specifically playing a lesbian pilot. I don't know why it's important that she's lesbian. Anyway, but that's just one of those, right?
Because she's attracted to women. Nice.
Yeah. So, another spotlight is Trash to Treasure.
Yeah.
An eco-fantasy tabletop role-playing game about magical trash goblin fighting pollution and corporate greed.
Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. Is this the same judge?
No.
Just making sure.
Has one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Go back. I want to... Oh, is this the page for it?
Yeah, that's another one. No, that's another one.
That's a different one.
But I can go back to the trash goblin thing.
Go back. Let's talk about trash goblins.
All right. There you go.
All right. First of all, I'm kind of warming up to Magical Girl as a
concept,
as a what's the theme? Is that a good way to say it?
Theme?
Yeah, having a daughter watching this like Sailor Moon and stuff.
Yeah,
I kind of get it, but goblins and magical girls, it's too much.
It's too much. Well, look how cute they are, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
It's
for
not
me also
good.
it was like also like the
And they're fighting
I'm a big
pollution.
like I'm a big environmentalist, right? I hate litter, but like also like then the corporate greed, right? It's like yeah, like it's a
So
bit too much on the nose, right?
you're on the side of the magical trash goblin.
I am, I am.
Me too.
And you know, like I'm not a big capitalist guy. I'm not like, but in the game, right? And it's also like it
Oh,
bothers me when
nerds here.
it align you to yeah. She said like cheap pandering and
Did you want to
blatant
chime
fetishization.
in on the previous one before this one?
Yeah, I think that's a comment there. The pandering and the blatant fetishization all in one box
Okay, yeah.
for the gold frame. And I agree with her. I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
didn't
like
look into who write it, like, but I'm sure if you dig deeper, we'd find like all kind of like it's like a thirsty sword lesbian, right? When you look into it and who wrote this game, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because you know,
I would say it's a
when
90% chance it's a male feminist.
it's a trans woman. Let's just
I was
put
right.
it that way. So yeah, when you go into the fetishization, right? You know,
Yeah.
it's probably
All right,
like AGP guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm
sorry I made you come back. You're good.
Yeah.
Building a pool of 6
Maya
sided
Trumpet
dice.
for another 5. Like, man, it's like the money's flowing today. Thank you, Maya Trumpet.
Thank you,
Of the
Maya
Red
Trumpet.
Roleplay, any awards winning podcast.
Oh
Oh,
my
we'll
God.
talk about that.
Wouldn't
I'll
it be
get there.
cool? What would be your highlighted game
for a podcast?
Because you're a judge
Easy
now.
D6?
Easy D6?
Well, you need to be something like recent, so I wouldn't know, to be honest.
I'll think about it.
I wouldn't be the right guy for that. I could look into it.
Let's have
it doesn't have to be a game. It doesn't have to be a game. I would highlight the 4D mixtape.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. That would be my highlight.
It is several games.
Yeah, it is several games, but it's a good RPG product that you can, because like that's another like RPG spotlight. It's the zine, right? It's the zine club where like you can subscribe, and like every month you get like a little zine about RPG made by diverse people with different point of view, different perspective. All right. I'm just gonna finish with like those are not like super. They're not all like egregious. Like that's another spotlight. It's Tackle Box. It's a game about fishing that plays with like a deck of cards.
So this is a game, like a card game.
Yeah, it's a role playing game, but that's played with a 52 standard size deck card.
Reality shifts with every card.
Yeah,
and I guess the cards are role playing prompts.
It really feel like more like a party game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did I add like a note on that? Yeah.
I wonder if they just call them role playing games now to encourage people to have fun while they're playing board games.
Sometimes it does seem like that, and I love a little bit more about that in this covering of the NEs. I have like I have quite a few things to say about those. This is another one, Draconess Creature, and to be honest, I have no idea what this is, because when I look at the page, like there was like so little detail that I have no clue. Like there's some art. It's looked all nice, you know. There's
Do we like
kind
this
of diversity.
Art?
Well, you know, you got a white man, you got a Chinese lady, you got a black woman.
Yeah, I mean,
then you got like some kind of dragons. But why not, right? It's good. It's technically good, well done art, I guess.
Are they doing enough for you? The dragons aren't really doing anything.
No,
just kind of chilling.
They're just chilling, and even those, right? You know, they're not like that's just a lady standing. That's just there's not.
She's got her weird fan out.
Fan? Oh yeah, it's I think it's a compass or something like that. She's looking for something, but yeah, there's not that much story being told, right? There's
well, the
like
lady's protecting the boy.
It's protecting the boy, but you don't see the threat. There don't seem to be that much emotion. She doesn't seem to be in struggle that much. Just seems to be like pretty chill, right? She's got a sword out and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. It's all right.
It's all right. I agree with that.
I wouldn't call it great, but
0.5. 6 out of 10.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. It's a passing grade, yeah. The talking about art, those those are the nominee for the cover art, best cover art. So we can talk about art, right?
Let's rate all of them. Let's rate all 5 of these.
Are we rating for all of them, or we just like decided which we think we should win?
I'll rate them. You don't have to rate them. I'll go fast. I'm
gonna rate them. What?
What's wrong? You got your ad blocker on.
Yeah. Book of Spirits. So this is okay. You rate them. I'm just gonna go through them, and I'll say at the end who I think should win.
I'm kind of worried because honestly, the art all looks the same, like the same style.
Yeah.
But I dig this.
Some magic happening here. They're on a kind of like
guy on the left is doing.
You got a Lucerne armor
over there. I guess
that's pretty nice. What? See, you got like a Lucerne armor. This is there's a big fire thing there, demon kind of dragon kind of fire thing. There's some little fire thing there. There's
I think the composition is better. I might bump it to a 7.
Yeah, I'd like it better than the other
it is better.
piece there. There's much more storytelling. Like she's casting this spell to protect themselves. There's something climbing on the mountain. This thing seems to be working with them.
It's like a pet, yeah.
There's another guy there.
He has some sort of like magical roar. Seems to be repulsing.
Yeah.
Things. What is dude doing out of the bubble with the crossbow? I guess he's shooting on one of those imps.
He's sneaking
on
the
stealth. He's got some stealth.
Yeah, there's another dude there on the side. We don't really know what he's doing.
Don't know what they're doing. It's okay. 7 is fine.
Yeah.
Next.
Historica Arcanum. Echoes of Renaissance. I like this pretty much. I
was wondering if you would like this.
Yeah. I like that quite a bit.
I like it too. I'm kind of into this right now. This kind of like esoteric.
Yeah, kind of gothic-y.
Fantasy.
Remind me like of like the the Skull of Magdalena that they have.
I'm not smart enough to know what you're talking about.
You know what Magdalena is? Nope. The whore that Christ took along, right?
Yeah, Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, Mary Magdalene. Yeah,
I gotcha.
So we have our skull, right, in the Catholic Church, and they have and it's in this display with the statue. Never show you that.
I'll show you that. Maybe. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Those ancient holy relics. I'm into that stuff.
Yeah.
Ancient real world holy relics. All right. I think we're good with this. I would give this a I like the circle around it. I'm trying to determine how much I like the circle. Yeah.
That's what we do in Catholic Church.
Pretty awesome.
So the skull of Mary Magdalene is there, and then it's in the statue with the air and some angel around her.
Yeah, there you go. I feel like this is where the Emperor of Mankind got some inspiration off of this little relic here.
Yeah. Anyway,
looks awesome.
Enough of it. So I like this. I like this kind of stuff.
There you go.
Those old knick-knack. Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. I would get I don't want to say 9, but it's close.
Oh yeah?
It's a hard 8.
Okay.
Maybe 9. What are you thinking?
I could go 9.
Okay.
Yeah. I could go 9.
I think 9 might be too generous.
Maybe. But 8 seems a bit severe, right?
I know.
And I don't like half score.
I know. Do you round up or do you truncate the decimal?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter. I would go 9. Just
how dare you say this doesn't matter? It's both fun and important.
Mappa Mundi.
Okay. 6, 5, maybe.
I would go lower than 6. I dislike this one quite a bit.
Yeah, it's very ordinary. Nothing's really happening. It's almost like you can't even see the world. Like it's a shot of the world, except it's obscured by this mountain. It's very strange.
Yeah, and like, oh, there's some creature there flying in the sky, like some
I'm going
griffin.
down to
It
4
seemed,
now. I'm down to 4
but
now.
like the title is on top of it, and there's just like a bunch of character thrown about randomly that do nothing. Like one of them is
Yeah.
writing in the book, the other are just like
They're all
standing
just
there looking at the
looking
vista.
off, I
Yeah,
guess.
I quite dislike this one actually. I think
Yeah.
this one is bad.
So you're putting it
Yeah,
lower
and I
than
don't like the
4?
color either. The color like are very washed out, right? Like, yeah, 4.
4's good.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, for a finalist, that's crazy.
yeah.
Okay.
The Crook Moon.
We're back in esoteric fantasy land, which I'm
with
into,
some kind of wicker
but
man.
this almost feels like AI, except for the moon.
The moon is cool. I like
The moon is cool. And that's what I mean. The moon's cool.
Yeah, Coco is, I agree with us. Like the Mapamundi was kind of meh. Yeah,
6.
Big miss. 6 with that. I would go 5 for that. I don't like it.
I was being generous. I'll go with 5.
Yeah, you know, this moon is cool. That book needed like just like
The moon
plain
is cool.
solid color with just like the moon in the center, right?
Yeah,
that would have worked well with this. With you know, the moon is cool enough to justify that, like this moon logo there. But like the Wicker Man and just the people around the fire,
it's too set up. Yeah, and it just feels like AI.
And the branch doing the framing, it's like you said, it's too set up, right? There's a thing in the let's put something in the foreground, let's put the branch and doing the framing, and let's put the people there, and then the monster.
We have 6 classes. Let's put 3 on the left and 3 on the right.
Yeah, it's too mechanically layered.
Bad guy
right?
in the middle.
So I don't like this one. I'd say 5. It's better. It's definitely better than Mapamundi.
Okay, I'm okay with 5.
Yeah,
you're right.
I've ended up rating them.
Totem,
the Spirits RPG.
Okay. I like the head at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. The 2 eyes.
7.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I'd go 6. I see where they're going with it.
Every time you say a number, I agree with you. It's crazy.
Yeah, I see where they're going with it, but I think the execution could have used a little more work, right? Like, you know, I think the face there with the smile, I get it, and the eyes, I think it's too wide. It takes too much.
Teeth are strange. The teeth look like AI.
Yeah,
and the head, I think I just really like. I don't know what it is, but I love the idea. Yeah. I love the idea of a head with like black tendrils coming off of it.
Yeah, this idea of the head there. That's a cool concept because you feel like it's kind of like it's horror RPG, right? I guess so. It feels like kind of like nightmarish thing coming out of the head, right? And there's just like it's not really a head, it's just like 2 eyes, basically, right? But it gives the idea of a head, and I think that should have been like a little bigger because that's a good like or a little same size but a little higher. And this element is a bit too big, right?
It's nerd. She's putting it on a point. That's true.
Yeah,
I was too generous. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Do you say 6?
I'd say 6. Yeah, it's passing grade.
That might still be too generous.
Yeah, I like this one better. Maybe.
Is it better than Crooked Moon? I think so.
They're about the same to me.
They're about the
same. They have like one cool element that is poorly they're about on the same level in different way, right? Yeah. So for me, the winner should be this one.
Give them that one. That's the winner.
Yeah, that's the winner. Yeah, this one is definitely the loser. This one would be the second place. There you go.
I agree.
Order them all. Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. And there's also the inside art. If you want to do that, why not? Eh?
I guess.
Come on. Well, if the site let me.
The site has caught on to your blocking of cookies, and it will not have it any longer.
Okay, this one work? Okay, there you go. We have it.
How is this the inside?
No, that's just like tell you what the game is. So that's the game is called Ekrim. Ekrim. I don't know what that word is. So that's now they're gonna give a few examples of like a page from the inside. So there's that. Let's just say if we like it or not, right? Because there's gonna be a bit, so I want to go fast. Division of the social classes. some kind of manual kind of thing with some bird dragon thing. Okay. Oh, no, and that's a different game, right? So I think that's not great. It's okay. What do you think?
Yeah, it's all right.
Crime. All right.
Why do you have a picture of a swan? Like, okay.
A swan?
Yeah, what's this duck?
It's a swan it's a swan with bat wing.
Bat
it's a special
wings.
Swan.
Okay.
Yeah. Floral Draconis. So those are like about like dragon made out of flower.
That's kind of cool, actually.
That's what the inside art looked like.
I wish that they would have made the dragons cooler.
Yeah.
They're
and do stuff.
Pretty terrible.
Put them in scene. Now it's very like, oh, here's the dragon.
Flower?
Yeah, it's like kind of like I don't know, man. I'm not a botanist.
What are we doing?
That's for me like it's too like little art piece. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of this type of art. It's too like, oh, here's this thing, right? It doesn't tell a story.
Yeah.
Not a big fan. Household Volume 2 collection.
Ooh, tiny boy on a mount.
Yeah.
Are they tiny?
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay. He's inspecting his rapier. There's some kind of like creature there with like, yeah, that's cool, right? Maybe he just got this rapier from this entity. Cool. Some kind of story there.
He's got wings too.
Yeah.
Dude, this is what I'm talking about. The whole like
fucking website.
They're small and they're up in the treetops. And it's like a
fantasy kingdom. Yeah, you love that, eh? Treetop Kingdom, right? There you go. That's what you want. Pixies. Yeah. The rooftop. There you go.
I'm into it.
There you go. Small with a big frog.
Come on.
With some buff kind of pixie there.
It's better than fat slobs.
Yeah. Little Crown the frog. A bit of pixies on him, right? So that's important character. This image is broken because this website is probably done by AI in one day, right? Just like fucking piece of shit.
How much of this art do you think is AI?
I don't know. I would doubt that the ANEs would like nominate something that's done by AI unless they don't know, right? Okay, we're not gonna have those pictures. Well, maybe that's gonna be the end of the segment because
that was
this
the winner.
site is a piece of shit. Floral Dragon.
Household. Those giant moths. Those giant super moths.
All right, let's try a different one. No. All the different one on one too. Maybe. Oh, there you go. They loaded. Oh man. Okay. They all come. Okay. Come on. That's annoying. Well, maybe that's not gonna work.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it still has to load. Well, all the other ones look like trash. Map of Monday doesn't actually look that bad on the inside. Look at that kaiju.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Why wouldn't they put that on the cover? Why did they put the trash on the cover?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna put the link in the description in the chat, and you can go look at the Swing Legends tour. Yeah.
To the white moth.
Yeah. To the white moth with the antler.
Who do you serve? The white moth?
Oh, there you go.
The frog king.
The frog king, obviously. I'm French. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's again from the same book, right? Some season kind of team. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they are like kind of pixie. Legend of Mist. It's a game we're gonna see a lot. We're gonna talk a lot about it. And now it's not working again. Oh, yeah.
It's like I guess it's
I like this kind of art. It's a bit cartoonish, right? A bit like cell shaded. I think that's good.
What is that? What am I looking? Oh, that's like a dog thing.
That's a dog bone dire kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Dinosaur or whatever with somebody like going to meet him.
I actually really like this art style.
There's some kind of like skull there with the candle, so she might have done some ritual to summon that kind of beast, right? See, story.
As far as the composition goes, I don't know, but I don't hate it, but I like this kind of style. It's like kind of it seems quick. Yeah, it has like a watercolor kind of feel to it. I kind of like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, we call it cell shaded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's nice.
That's not the same, right?
Yeah.
Is that cell shading
Same.
as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You see like you have like a section of like painting that are like the there's no gradient. Like,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
the shade is here, and so the shading is done in cell, right?
I got you.
That's yeah.
I like that they're wearing cool ponchos.
Yeah. Papa Mundi. Can we have like the inside art,
Come
please?
on, I want
I
to see
guess
that
not.
picture.
Yeah, this one look cool too.
That's yeah.
This one is cool. They put a fucking transparent background.
Does he have a snake foot? Oh no, that's like he has hands. And there's like
I
a
think there's kind
frog
of
on his hand.
roots. No, oh yeah, he got a frog on his hands, right? Yeah, it's kind of like a weird kind of like beast. I don't know what
This
it
is
is.
really cool.
That's kind of cool.
This art is way more badass
than the cover.
than
Oh
the
yeah, the
cover.
covers suck. Like this,
This is
it's
cool.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, big miss on the cover. There you go.
Kaiju with a sword.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, it's like a turtle man.
Yeah, yeah. Or
they're standing on the sword.
Yeah. Some action, some water falling.
It's a bold strategy, boys.
So that's it. That's it.
I think those four might be the best. I really liked the rooftop art, and I really liked
the Household Volume 2. For me, that would be the winner.
I think that my
Legend of Mist 2.
I think that my biases makes me like Rooftop more, but I think objectively the last one was the best.
Yeah. I think nerds agree with you. I think that she was talking about Mappa Mundi that she really like.
Yeah, every one of those was a better cover.
What I like with the Legend of Mist is like they have like some storytelling in the art, at least in some piece. The Mappa Mundi, I love those pieces. So again, just like here's the creature, right? And here's what, like, some of them have some storytelling.
Yeah,
but it's half and half. The Household one with the rooftop thing with the little creature, they all have storytelling in the piece.
Yeah,
except maybe like the season one, which is kind of different piece. But so for me, that would be my favorite because of that. Yeah. Yeah. So what else do I want to talk about? Okay, the best game, the nominee for the best game.
Okay. Let's settle this now.
Yeah, Coriolis the Great Dark. That we know about. I like the cel shading. Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to read. It's easy on the eyes. Coriolis the Great Dark, which I own. Dagger Art, which I own too. Legend in the Mist, which we just saw like the inside cover, the inside art. What is the one that's cel shading, right? I don't know. I don't know nothing about this game. I never heard about this game before. The Sickest Witch, which I also know nothing about it, and it seemed to be a very political game again. I tried to look at the website and learn something about it, but there was no info basically, so I cannot tell you much. Thieves of the Tome, and this is the one I want to talk about a bit more. Right, that's a game where you have to come to the table. Each player has to come to the table with a book of his own. And you use the book to cast spell. Like, you don't know the magic, so you have to pick through the book. And it seemed very, very, very party game.
Gimmicky, for sure.
Gimmicky. Yeah. So
that's interesting. Best role-playing game?
Yeah, but that's also another problem with that I have with the Annie's Award is like they're supposed to be about role-playing product, and a lot of them like they're kind of like it's stretching the what role-playing games quite a bit, right?
Not a lot of universal definitions for role-playing going on.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have like worldwide awards have a fixed definition. Why don't they define role-playing for us?
But it's also like they're I guess also like you're there in the situation when if you want to promote innovative product, but then like then you're gonna have like those gimmick fucking game, right? That are so I don't know. It wasn't like I thought it was. It's called like Thieves of the Tome. So you can try to look it up.
And just so you know, I'm not anti-gimmick because I like board games. They're basically
like board
gimmicks.
But it's
basically
role-playing
gimmicks the game.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, it's not, it's separate. But
Yep.
I like both, so I'm okay.
Funny enough, like I saw like somebody on the RPG Reddit, right? You know, like when I prepare a show, I always go see what the people on the Reddit talk about /RPG, right? I hate Reddit, but for this show, I think it's something to consider, right?
Yeah.
And there was one guy asking like, when does a RPG become a board game, and talking about that, like those gimmick and stuff like that. So, maybe that conversation is making its way to Reddit now, but I didn't open it because like the less time I spend on that side, the better I feel.
I don't know enough to make a decision as to which one of those is best. But...
Me neither, to tell you the truth.
If I had to guess, it's probably Coriolis.
If I had to guess which is gonna win, I'd probably say Daggerheart.
I'd say Daggerheart.
Yeah.
So when you were saying the judges get to spotlight something, I thought that you meant that they would be in consideration for the game, but you're just saying that they get to promote.
Yeah. They got to promote something that they find interesting.
That's cool.
So you have to consider that as well, like in the and also one thing, there's also a category for best rules, right?
Oh.
So okay, now you have best game and best rule. I guess best game also probably consider setting. For me, like a best game is gonna be best rules, right? For like the game is the rules.
That's a good point.
That's what the game is. And interesting enough, in the best rules, all the nominees are the same as in the best game.
Okay.
Except for Coriolis.
Interesting.
Which is replaced by a game called A Land Wants Magic, which is a GM-less RPG. So again, we're kind of going,
it's almost like they made best rules into the gimmick, like most creative rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like most innovative rules.
Yeah. There's a category for best streaming content. So that's interesting for us. We're not nominated.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was no one that I knew that was
my ear trumpet should have donated more.
There was no one that I knew that was nominated, to be honest, except for Darrington Press. They have like a How to Play Daggerheart series, and they got nominated.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, it was
all it's like the whole channel gets nominated, or is it like specific
channel gets nominated?
Oh,
yeah.
That'd be cool if
for
it
a series.
Videos.
I think it's a series, or like it's like it could be a show, or it could be in that case was like but it's our Learn to Play series. But I think that's the only thing that they have on the channel. I'm not sure. So, and then there was a new category this year in the ENnie Award for solo game, which in my opinion are not really role-playing game either.
Yeah.
I went long on the news. I didn't think I would go that long. But good news, though, in the crowdfunding, I always do a crowdfunding session. There's nothing of worth. I have nothing to talk about crowdfunding this week.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all about the ENnies this week, guys.
Yeah, I found. Yeah, that's why I allowed myself to be a bit long. It went a bit longer than I thought it would be. But
so what were the content creators or whatever?
Oh, I didn't take note. I don't know what they are.
That's fine.
I stopped caring at that point.
Darrington
I thought it would be long enough.
A couple of other fellas.
Yeah, a couple of other fellows. You can go look. You can fucking look for the ENnies Award.
I can't be bothered.
Like we're not primary source here. Like we're just giving our impression of the news. Go look for it yourself. If something piqued your interest, right? Go dive deeper.
It's the primary source of our opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Of our evolving.
And sometimes we can make shit up, right? We co-create the news. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. That's the kind of show we're doing. We're here for the flashy colors.
At this point.
All right, then. Let's fucking talk fun. There you go. Let's talk fun.
Let's talk fun.
Let's talk fun. We'll figure out something. Yeah, this one need works. We need more work.
I keep finding these like YouTube music guys.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like commissioning crap off of them.
Oh, really?
Is that interesting to you?
Maybe.
Like little transitions and like things like that. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
I mean, I would get it. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But whatever.
So the topic that I wanted to talk about today, right,
Yeah.
was those 3 pillar of role play. And that's something I wanted to talk about for a while. And there's this gal called Stephanie, that her channel, I guess her name is Stephanie, because her channel is called Stephanie Plays Game, right? I'm not sure if her name is Stephanie. I assume it is.
What if her name's actually Stephanie Plays?
Maybe. Or maybe Plays is her middle name.
Yeah. So it's her first, middle, and last name.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mrs.
And
Games.
She did it. Yeah. She did it. Mrs. Games. Hello, Mrs. Games. She did this video called Why I Replaced D&D 3 Pillars, right? And when I saw that, like I've been wanting about talk about the 3 pillars of a role play for a while, and that was the impetus that I needed, right? And I watched this video already, and I would say it's a good one. She said stuff I don't agree with all her point, obviously, right? Like,
who could?
But she made some good point that made me reconsider my position, actually.
Okay.
Because like we trashed a lot of the 3 pillar of role play, and for people at home, I assume my audience will all know, right? But for people that don't know, what is for the sound effect found? There you go.
There you go.
Man, you're quite generous tonight, Maya Trumpet.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, or if you need a reminder, what people say when they usually talk about the 3 pillar of role play, they're gonna say exploration, combat, and role play. And we trash that for a valid reason. And actually, Araya of the channel Roll on Body made a pretty good video a couple months ago about it, like maybe in January. You can go on if you're not subscribed to Araya's channel
after his rebrand.
Yeah, the video is called like the 3 pillar must be smashed. I might even like I can't even like get the link right here because I have it and I'm gonna put it on chat. If you're not subscribed to Araya's channel, you're missing out. He's doing good content. Gonna say that, and I'm putting the link there for Araya's video in the chat, and the video, the link for the video of Stephanie is in the description here. And one of the reasons we criticize, like, and what Araya cover very well in his video is like the role play doesn't stop when you do exploration. The role play doesn't stop when you do combat, right? Role play, it's silly to have like one of the pillar of role playing game being role play, because like role play is supposed to be what you do in role playing game, right?
Mm-hmm. Just to kind of do a little devil's advocate here, it is the 3 pillars of D&D. So
yeah,
in that way, it's almost like D&D doesn't consider itself
a role-playing game.
Strictly a role-playing game.
That's interesting.
It considers itself an exploration, combat, and role-playing game.
And it's gonna be an important distinction later on when it comes, right? But people also like extend that to role-playing game in general. And some people say that that replace the role-play pillar by social interaction, which is a better distinction already, right? Because now you're not making this a role play, like, and
separating.
Oftentimes that's what people intend by role play social interaction, right? It's the chit chat, the patty cake.
So just if I could say something real quick, when you first mentioned this in the last episode, how you had like 3 pillars of role playing or whatever, and then when you describe them, at first I thought it sounded like lame, but then the more I thought about it, it sounded pretty good. So I don't know why I had to bring that up. But I kind of like it.
I think I had like
not to spoil it, but
I think I'm getting somewhere there. But I think I'm going to talk about it after the video, because like I'm also coming back on being in agreement with those 3 pillars for a specific reason that Stephanie is going to cover there. Okay. So let's listen to our little friend there.
Hot take. D&D's 3 pillars, combat, social interaction, and this guy. They've probably been making your games worse. And I don't mean in the good old exploration is broken kind of way. I mean that the framework itself might be the root.
Also, sorry for people that are sensitive to a vocal fry. She got quite a bit.
Well,
It is what it is.
Cause
the
of some
subtitle
pretty
on.
common problems that you find at your table. If your sessions feel repetitive, disjointed, or like you're just running through a checklist of combat, exploration, roleplay, then today I'll be showing you where the pillars go wrong, the framework that actually fixes things, and how you can use it in your next session. So what do I mean when I say that the 3 pillars might be holding you back and hurting your games? Well, design pillars are a designer's tool. When the D&D
You're
team
pause.
or indie designers
Yeah, I was about to pause it there.
I have been listening to what she's saying. It's just a
Really?
spoiler. I've been trying to I can't help but notice that she's always talking out of a side of her mouth.
Yeah,
It's making me kind of crazy. But
really.
I just wanted to point that out so everyone else could also be crazy with me. Sorry.
It doesn't bother me, but I tend to do that as well. So
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not so much when I'm on stream, but in real life,
She's always being sneaky.
Yeah, I talk on the side of my mod, and I talk without
Oh, you're doing it now.
my
You're
teeth.
kind of doing it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to be when I'm on stream, I try not to do it so
How
much.
dare you, Mario Trumpet?
but-
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm just gonna play a few seconds more, right?
Yeah,
Just
please.
finishing the point I want to comment on.
I'm sorry. I
build
should-
a new subclass, make spells, come up with monster ideas.
being
Combat, social interaction, and exploration are their North Star. They're how the scope of a game stays focused. But somewhere along the
Alright.
way, the 3 pillars got repackaged as a DM prep tool. And when your adventure
I really like what she said there, and that's why that's I think this video was very, very worthwhile for me, because it changed my way of seeing this thing. Right now, I'm back on the 3 pillar of a D&D, like you said, of a
Mhm.
role play, being combat, exploration, and social interaction as a design tool. And I think you're right also when it's a 3 pillar of D&D, because as a design tool for a class-based game, it makes a lot of sense. Because when you design a class, you want your class to have something to do, or when you design some kind of interaction or some kind of adventure, you want to think about the character having what they have to do, the player, what they have to do, what their character can do in combat, in social interaction, and in exploration, right?
Okay.
So, though as niche, that you kind of have to give the player something to do in those niche, when you design a game, when you make the rules, yeah, I get it. It makes sense now. And she's right that she said somehow this has been repackaged as DM prep tool, and it's not adequate for that. She's hitting the nail on the head there, in my opinion.
I don't know. I guess I could see your point with combat.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you need something to do with combat all the time? I don't know. But when you're designing,
you don't need something to do with combat all the time, but you need to do something with combat at least some of the time. Let's say you're trying to make a new class for D&D, right?
Right.
And you're designing this class and you're giving them feature and power and stuff like that. You have to consider those 3 aspects.
Okay.
To some extent. Wouldn't you say?
To some extent.
And some class are going to be stronger in one aspect than the other, right? And weaker in the other one and stuff like that, right?
You're not wrong. It's a good design tool.
Yeah. So as a design tool, I think it makes sense. For a design tool for a class-based game like D&D, it's a good design tool. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think the problem, like Stephanie pointed out there, is when people take that and make it as a DM tool for prepping your session. Then yeah.
Okay. I agree with that.
That's the point Stephanie make there, and I think that's a very good point.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
There you go, Stephanie. You're making good point here.
Good job, Stephanie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I said that thing earlier.
are built around one of each, please. You get what I call the checklist effect. Instead of creating well-rounded sessions, it tends to create sessions that feel kind of samey, which as DMs is the last thing that we want. This happens because the pillars only describe how the players might.
That's also like a part of RAM there, like prepping the session too much, obviously, right? If you like the player lead. I might want to skip ahead a bit there because I want to stay too long on that video because that's more like a jumping off point. And like for me, like the central that she's saying, like talking about like them being design tool, that was like the big eureka moment of this video for me. But there's other some elements.
Seems like it's about to all fall apart right here. So
no.
How players?
Okay, I'm gonna play a little more. She's making some point that are interesting to talk about, some point that we disagree on.
Well, you can drive it. I'm just.
But there's some plays that I feel like she almost get it right. She might be the kind of people that we might be able to drag along. I don't know.
Engage with something, which is why we'll actually be seeing them again later in this video. But the tool that's all about what players are actually doing in a game, that, my friend, is game loops. So what does a game loop look like? How do? Well, there are actually different types of game loops.
Oh,
each one sort of nests into the next.
I thought that she was about to make the case that game pillars are what players are doing, but she was making the case the opposite way, that it's not meant to be that way.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
Next, so we're going to start with the smallest to the biggest. Your innermost loop is your gameplay loop. This is the second to second of pretty much any TTRPG. The DM describes something, the players react, and then everything gets adjudicated. That's it.
So obviously here we invert that, right? The player do something and the GM react, right? That's the player proactive, and that's already a difference that we have. But she's not wrong in a sense, right?
Does it go away after a few rounds though? Because like eventually the players are reacting because things are happening. Because
at some point, like thing become like a chain reaction, right?
Yeah. So it's just like who has the initiative almost.
Yeah. But the player in general should kind of like be driving the plot forward, right? They're the one that decide like if.
But as far as the gameplay loop, I would say it's similar.
But like in terms of like smallest gameplay loop. When we say like say where you are, say what you do, say what you say, right? What your character says, that's the gameplay loop. That's what you do in the moment to moment in a round, right? In your turn.
Yeah, but then you don't have the GM in the loop.
But that's even like smaller because that's your turn, right? That's what you do in your turn, and then the GM react to that and educate and some dice or roll and stuff like that. Some resolution come out of that.
We should come up with
Hello, Duck.
Hey, how's it going, Duck? We should come up with a similar where you are, what you do, what you say turn for the GM.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
What is like a structured? If you don't know what to do as the GM, do this.
Yeah,
should come up with something like that one time.
Well, it's kind of like I'll think about that. Think about that. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing to think about. And play some more, but like for me, like that'd be like the smallest gameplay loop, and then like the biggest, like that's the gameplay loop inside your turn, and then you have the gameplay loop inside the round now like the other player go and then the GM go, stuff like that, and then like thing get adjudicated by GM fiat, by dice roll, by whatever mean you need, right?
Then one level up is your core game loop. And this is the moment to moment of your session. Core loops not only set the stage for whether or not your players want to engage with the situations you set up for them, but they can also change according to what your players are actually doing with what they're trying to accomplish. A mystery looks different from a dungeon crawl, looks different from political intrigue, and we'll get into that in a second. But if you zoom out a bit more, you have your progression loops. These are what give your core loop a sense of meaning. Things like leveling up, unlocking new abilities, getting more magic items, meeting new NPCs, even things like gaining...
Sorry, what?
The fry is getting worse, right? Is it worse or deeper?
Oh, the vocal fries?
Yeah.
Well, also like what she's saying, it's getting worse too. I'm not liking this part of this video. Like I agree like with the progression loop, but like for me it's more like character goals and like
depends if it's a mystery session
interaction. Well, we talked about that a few stream ago. We solved mystery once and for all. They're
all mysteries. So yeah, that's interesting because I don't know that the GM does make a distinction in the loop. The GM maybe doesn't.
The player might. It's how you approach the problem, right? It's how you approach the situation. The GM presents the situation. The player decide, is it a mystery or is it like a combat thing?
Okay.
Or is it a social interaction, right?
So we're saying the pillars
we're trying to negotiate that.
The pillars are in fact how a player interacts with the game. That's funny.
In a sense, yeah.
Access to new areas. These are the loops that make players invested in what they're doing.
And it's funny because like you'd say that, right? Like the exploration would be the mystery, and combat is the if you go stabby, and then we're just gonna try to talk away out of that. Well, then there's social interaction. So there's some kind of like echo there, right? Maybe there's something to it.
The pillars decide the game you're playing. Yeah.
Well, it's not there wouldn't be pillar in that sense. There would be path, right? There would be like path to moving the scene forward. Let's talk about that.
That's interesting.
They make them feel like they're getting somewhere, accomplishing something. And then there's the biggest loop, but also the most subtle, the meta loop. This is the emotional backbone of your whole campaign. Something like stopping the end of the world, exposing the vampire cabal, or even just thwarting the party's rivals. It's the reason why your players actually care about whether they succeed or fail. And today,
I kind of missed
a nested loop, right? What?
Kind of missed that last point. What is it about?
Talk about like the meta loop is like the bigger like scope of the game, right? She said like it's basically like the adventure versus the session, right? She's talking about like those nested loop. So like the smallest loop is like the moment to moment what you do in your turn, in your round. Then there's like what the actual adventure you are in the moment in the session, and then like the what you're trying to do like in the bigger scope, right? The premise you're trying to solve, I guess. We always say like the world should have like some kind of premise. There should kind of like conflict baked in the world, right? That's what she's talking about. No.
Something that I would say about this loop that I find with no prep even is the 3-act structure pops up in your game, and so like things are going to be resolved. Maybe there's going to be an inciting conflict, all that stuff happens. And then it's just like understanding that where you are in that sequence of things helps, I think. Doc Flamingo said something I don't quite understand. So I just want to highlight it real quick. Maybe it's a me thing, but I feel that flow charting stuff like this makes for a flat, soulless game session. Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah. If you prep it. Yeah. Like
but the question
for me, like,
is
it's much more like those things happen. Like feel like say like you don't prep for the three-act structure, but it's gonna show up and it's gonna happen, and you just need to understand where you are at that point, right? And then like for the rhythm of the game.
It's not on purpose that all stories have that similar structure.
No,
it's just a nature of storytelling.
If you understand the structure well and you can recognize it in your game when it happened, it gives you a cue of like, oh, you know what, now it's time to have like this initiating element, or whatever, right?
So being aware of structures is a really good tool in no prep, I would say.
Yeah, to when you want to change the rhythm or like the let's go to the next phase, right? Let's go to the next.
You're saying in the game,
in the act. Let's go to the next act. So, but yeah, I agree with you, Doc. Prepping those
having a flow chart of prep for plot is trash. I agree.
Yeah,
and is very flat.
Yeah.
Today we're mostly focusing on the core game loop because it's the one that's most immediately useful for your prep. But let me know in the comments if you want me to go deeper on these other ones in the future. But okay, what does a core game loop actually look like when it comes to D&D? How is it different from prepping with the 3 pillars? Say you've prepped what you thought was going to be a mystery, but your players take one look at the situation and start planning a siege defense instead. With traditional 3-pillar style prep, this situation could be a bit of a pickle for the DM. You might feel the urge to kind of nudge them back towards the mystery you had spent time building, but if you are thinking in game loops, you just need to stay one step ahead of your players. Figure out.
You see, she's talking about prep, but now she's kind of like moving a bit away from that, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna make some decent point there. You know, sometimes at some point I was listening to that, and she almost lost me. I said, "Oh no, you're going this fucking way." But now she's like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe she's not like unsaleable, right? Or
she's talking to
unsalvageable."
her audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, what if I'm doing my mystery?"
She's welcome to come talk to ours too if
Yeah.
she wanted at some point.
Of course. And
I'm extending an invitation. I did comment also. I did say
you can speak however you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told her, "Hey Stephanie, we will be reacting and discussing this video tonight on my live show as long as it was having fun. Just a heads up."
Oh.
So I did tell her. So if she wanted to watch or whatever, and then I don't think we're being mean to her. Maybe like with her voice, but you know, yeah. You know,
I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying like she can, you know.
I'm sorry, Miss Games.
Yeah. It is what it is, right? Like it's a thing, right? Like she got the vocal fry. It's something you can work on and you can try to improve upon. Like,
if it helps, you can call me fat when you come on the show.
Yeah.
So you're right. I'm fat and lazy. I don't know.
But anyway, like
you can call Max fat too. He loves that.
Yeah. A big fucking fat lazy slug.
Yeah. Are you ever gonna cut again? Jeez.
Yeah, I need to. I fucking need to
lose some weight. 3-year bulking.
Oh man, like I'm so fat lately. I feel like since my toe infection, I gained quite a bit of like the medicine like fuck up my digestion, and it was rough, man.
Dude, never mind. That's a conversation for later.
That first beat of a siege loop, what's the first thing they have to do? Maybe it's something like preparation. So as the DM, you might describe some weaknesses in the castle walls, multiple points of entry enemies can come through, or even throw out a detail about the impossible enemy numbers.
This is a very interesting thing about our style. When someone is planning out these massive like siege defense, like high level strategies, you basically have to role play it in a room with experts, right? Is that the move? And then you're just like, tell me about the defenses. Tell me about entrances.
And that's or you go yourself inspect the wall, right? Oh, I'm gonna go inspect, and then like that's the thing, right? Like that's like the way what she's describing there. It's it's oh, there you go. My ear trumpet say I'm being mean and I apologize for nothing. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. I thought he was being I thought he was being nice, but no, he's
being nice with your trumpet. Like I have to side with your trumpet here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, paid for it. So I guess like we're on. Sorry, Stephanie. Dog Fleming goes to Max's shirt or endless some source of amusement for great money. I'm glad they are, right? You know, if I can bring some joy to some people, right?
Is Max's shirt the loudest thing on the video? Potentially. Color-wise.
Maybe. I don't know. We have the background, right? It's compete with the background.
It is competing.
Yeah.
What the hell are we talking about?
Like she said, oh, if like you're going for a mystery and then they decide to react to it as a siege defense, so now you have to change and adapt through the loop, and now you start feeding them and describing like, oh, the wall need repair here, right?
Yeah.
But if you have like proactive player and reactive GM, you don't have to describe that, because the player that want to say like, oh, let's do a wall defense, they're gonna plan that in character already. And then one of them is going to say, I'm going to go inspect the wall. And then you give the information. You don't have to spoon feed them. And that's, if you want to do the spoon feeding, it's very like patronizing, and you're like giving option to the player. You're you're highlighting stuff like a Mystic Fart would say, right? And you you're doing those highlight, and you're giving like basically like choice A, B, or C. Which one do you interact with? Like you're doing this video game kind of thing. But that's not what role playing are good for.
Or in this case, it would be like, here's your checklist of things you have to do.
Yeah, basically, right? And but maybe you can only do 2 or 3 of those. Which one's gonna matter, right? You have to make a choice there. Like that, you know.
You only have 5 siege units to use.
Yeah, you can.
I got a
role-playing game can do more than that.
If you're the GM in this game. If you have is there a flaw in the castle before they start planning that you're like, they're going to go for this flaw? So like, where the bad guys want to do before any preparations made. They have a plan. Is that what you're doing? Or do you just like say, I think we've had this discussion actually like 5 other times. Or do you just say, oh, that was a pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's
If they
roll
did
some
their
dice.
due diligence and they made some good roll dice roll, then yeah, they're planning.
Roll a dice, give them a bonus based on diligence.
Yeah.
And then that's the outcome.
If they've been sloppy about that, or did they roll poorly, well, then then they didn't cover everything.
And if they roll well, then it's just what happens.
Yeah, and then there's also like the bad guy or the bad guy
top of the wall
when they're
and
doing the
fighting.
siege.
Yeah.
Right. Because the bad guy can also be sloppy in the the different, like it's dwarf coming in besiege you of orc, right? So they're gonna have a different tactique.
It's interesting because like you can't have it. Do you want a session where the siege just fails terribly?
Maybe.
Like, can you do that?
Why not?
Because it's not super compelling, I guess. As a session, is it?
If the siege
that's my hesitation, is that I feel like it wouldn't be compelling for me to stand on top of a wall and go, ha ha ha, they're falling into the oil trap, and just watching orcs die by the scores.
No, but you still have to be involved. You still like they fall in the oil trap, but the oil trap will need to be activated, and then they're gonna try. This didn't work. They're gonna try something else. Now you probably didn't cover everything, so
you are setting it up. They probably didn't cover everything, so there is some sort of wrinkle that you're gonna put in.
But you probably know that you didn't cover
everything. Add a little
because you're limited on time, right?
Say again.
So you were limited on time, so you had to choose what you cover, and the thing you didn't cover, you already know that you didn't cover.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna reinforce the main gate, and we're gonna put those traps there, and we're gonna put like some parapet, but we didn't have time to fill the ditch with crocodile. Whatever.
Okay.
So
it would be weird to have a siege where like the heroes are just like, we're just watching from from our turret. They're probably covering like a sewer entrance or at the wall or something.
You can probably like if there's nothing happening and you don't you can do the time skip, I guess.
That's true. Doesn't have you don't have to waste time.
You do the montage. Siege montage.
Siege montage.
Yeah.
One day we'll pull off a montage.
Didn't we already? We did at some point, no?
I think we got one good one in there. I forgot what game it was.
Yeah.
Then you just ask your players what they want to do. All the while, you quickly figure out the next steps behind the screen. The loop takes the panic of the, oh no, I didn't prep for this, and turns the players going off the rails into an exciting feature, not
off the rails.
That flexibility is why core game loops work so well for TTRPGs specifically, because unlike a board game or a video game whose core loops are set in stone, our loops can shift completely depending on what our players are trying to do. So a core loop for a mystery might look something like gathering information, making deductions based on that information, and then progressing towards a suspect, whether right or wrong. But that mystery can easily turn into a dungeon crawl at some point in one of the many iterations of the loop. And that dungeon crawl core loop can look like clearing a room, whether through
the fucking dungeon crawl, like it's like opening a door, solving whatever problems in the door is in the room,
looking through the keyhole,
opening the next door,
on the door. Jiggle the handle a little bit.
Yeah, 45 minutes per door. That's what needs.
See if I can see under the crack of the door.
Yeah. Is there some kind of smell or wind coming from?
Smelling the door.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to address the 5 senses of the door.
You never licked the door, so that's on you, players.
There you go. It was full of slime. Now you roll for death.
combat, clearing
licked the
traps,
door.
or negotiating with dungeon factions, and then looting and upgrading. Different situations, different loops. And we as DMs are free to pick whichever one fits best
I want to go back into a little
at
bit.
each different with dungeon factions, and whether through combat, clearing traps, or negotiating with dungeon factions.
What is that?
Purpose to this?
Combat, traps, looking for traps, negotiating with dungeon faction.
The pillars.
Is that the 3 pillars?
The damn pillars, bro.
The damn pillars, they're back.
Did she do that intentionally?
Inside that loop. I'm not sure she did. I don't think she
Because
did.
literally flies in the face of her saying this is not how
Yep.
players interact. That's so interesting.
Interesting, eh? That's what I'm saying. This video made me think about those 3 pillars in a different way. I've spent like years trashing them, and
She
I
played herself.
They are valid in the sense of a design tool, first of all, as a game design tool for those D&D type game, and then also, well, they also do come back in the moment-to-moment game in the way that players are gonna interact with the world.
Now, here's something for you. You don't really use it as a GM. Use it as a player. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
It's like if you're wondering what to do, it's like, well, either I'm going to find some way around it, I'm going to talk to them, or I'm going to kill them.
Yeah. Yeah, and it can be like something of your character, right? Like this, all of your character.
The GM
approach
doesn't need
different
to do anything except reacts to the one you chose.
Yeah.
And then looting and upgrading. Different situations, different loops. And we as DMs are free to pick whichever one fits best at each given moment. No commitment required. And as players go around these core loops over and over, they're also feeding into the bigger loops above them, hitting progression loops like gaining new levels, unlocking new suspects, getting access to bigger, better.
What?
I was just saying, obviously disagree. You don't choose as the GM which one they're going to do.
Oh yeah, no, obviously not, right? And also like those progression loop, that was supposed to be the theme of a GMI tonight. We'll talk about that some other time.
Yeah.
Maybe she's tired of talking.
She's been talking like that for a while. I wonder if that
maybe like, she got like the same kind of like Arab Kid Junior have.
Maybe she's a smoker.
Maybe nobody. You know, like Robert Kennedy Jr.
Oh yeah. You're saying she has Robert Kennedy-itis?
Yeah. Maybe that's what she got, right?
Yeah.
You know, gonna be too mean to her.
Yeah. How about
maybe like I said, like the vocal fry, something you can train out of, but maybe she can't. Maybe she actually like an actual thing that
she's actually struggling with it every day. So why don't you have a little?
And it's either she doesn't talk or she talk like that, right? And I think she has thing to say. So
can she talk, please? Can she just talk, please?
Why you want to like take away the voice of this woman?
Yeah. She sounds like she's strong and independent potentially. So
yeah, and stunning and brave,
which is what I like. Just a big deep arc.
Maybe she needs to be the bard. Yeah.
Magic items, and they're also slowly closing that meta loop, whether that's catching the culprit or clearing the dungeon. These small moments start to matter because they feel like they're connected to something bigger. So how does this change the way we actually prep? Let's say an NPC asks the party to investigate their evil uncle. They think he's plotting to overthrow their father, the king. If you've prepped with the 3 pillars, you might have something planned like certain.
What did she just say before that? Let's say the players decide to investigate their evil uncle?
No, NPC asks the character to investigate their evil uncle.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which is fine so far, right?
Yeah.
And now she's gonna do like, oh, let's prep that with the 3 pillar and let's prep that with the loops.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna see how she's just gonna don't prep.
Search for clues in the evil uncle's house, convince a lady Aster to aid the party, and have a showdown fight with the guards after the evil uncle accuses the party of treachery. It's not bad per se, but it's prep that can lead to pretty predictable, straightforward games. And
that's prep that's going to lead you to railroad. You have like encounter that you're planning, and the player has to go through them, right?
But at the same time, those are 3 really good options for the players to pick from.
Yeah.
Do one of those things.
Yeah. But let's hear what she say in contrast.
It tends to limit the party to the path you already imagined for them.
Well, you see, limit the party to the path that's what I'm calling putting them on a railroad.
Let's get them off the rails. Yes,
it's kind of the definition of being on rail, right? You're limited to a path. You're limited to a path. Yeah.
To coin a Stephanie Plays Games phrase, let's take it off the rails, guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry.
Game Loop Prep looks a little different. So you're anticipating running it as a mystery. So just like before, your loop might look something like gather information, make deductions, progress towards the suspect. And that's all you really need to internalize to keep things fun. Again, depending on how your players interpreted an adventure hook, this loop might end up looking very, very different. But now instead of prepping encounters, you're gonna prep ingredients. A suspicious letter, a bribable servant, a secret meeting that happens whether or not the players find out about it. And don't feel like this means you have to.
This video got interesting.
Yeah.
So you have the core loop, and then you can prep. Just have like a list of ideas for what triggers that portion of the loop. It's not even bad.
Nope. And she's gonna get even better. Like what next thing she say.
Yeah.
Like that's also when I was listening to that, I say, you know what? She's done do something. She's getting there.
To come up with a whole sandbox of potential toys. As players come up with various theories and ideas in a game, it becomes really easy to feed off of their ideas. You just need.
There you go. Said it. You don't have to come up with a whole bunch of things because the player are going to theorize, they're going to talk, listen to them, and feed off of that. There you go.
And then usually with that list of stuff, I don't mean to snipe her point that she's probably about to make, but you got a list of stuff, and then you hear their flavor of it, and then you just tailor it.
Yeah.
For the scene.
Yeah. You take some of what they say, you spin some, you go the other way sometime, right? And an LT mix of all, right? So there's sometimes right, sometimes wrong.
But I'm saying you can take what they're saying and then flavor your prepped ingredient to be what you do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But like, no.
Need enough to get the chaos started. So say the players sneak into the advisor's room. Great. What's something there for them to potentially find? They talk their way into the evil uncle's dinner party? What might they overhear NPCs talking about? Who's kind of sus and worth following later? You're not steering them through your prep. You're stocking the little world fish pond and letting them move through it. The loop is your structure, but your players are the ones bringing it all to life through their actions. Now that first step, gathering information.
See, there again, like
really
player, bring it to the action. Yeah. Yeah.
This is a really good no prep, how to prep, no prep video. How to prep no rails.
I think I would say she doesn't seem to be quite there yet, but she's getting close. She just needs a little nudge, right? Just
she's making me think things I haven't thought about. So
yeah,
maybe she's close.
That can obviously look like a whole bunch of different things, right? That's exactly where the 3 pillars come back into play. Because here's the thing, they're not useless. They're not bad. A lot of times they're just being used for the wrong thing at the wrong time. Once your loop is giving your game that addictive structure, the pillars are a really useful lens for you to imagine how your players might move through your game.
And now she's saying
so she
the player are the one. Yeah. What?
A bit. She backtracked to the original point. I thought that not how to use it.
No, but now she's saying that it's something that to think how the player gonna interact with with the session, with the thing. So she's bringing back the player based on player's action, which is what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
It's players are type of character approach to a situation, and so you can think about those.
Makes me think that was intentional when she said it the last time.
It could have been. Maybe she's good at writing her
5D chess.
Yeah. Maybe she played us all for fool. Yeah. But yeah, so you see, she's coming to the same conclusion that then what we're saying, like, you know what? Those pillars exist, but they're based on what the player do.
Yeah.
And now say, those pillars, you're gonna interact with them based on what the player do. And you can think about it as a GM when you do your prep.
This is a great video, actually.
There you go.
Because
that's a big endorsement.
Yeah, because if you those little gameplay loops, it's like she's right, man. That's
Yeah.
That's basically theme of your game. And then the players decide which loop they get on based on what pillar they choose, I guess, or whatever we want to call it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I'm into it.
What do I mean by that? Back to our mystery. Like I said, that first step can look like anything. They can gather information in 1,000 different ways, right? So if you run it through each pillar, you start to see the shape of what your session might look like, but without having to lock anything in. If you look through the exploration lens, what might players need to use stealth for? What evidence is worth hiding and less readily available for them through a social interaction lens?
See, that part I like less, because now you're trying to put puzzle piece and say, like, let the player worry about that. You know, there's evidence. There's
That's
evidence to gather, and they can choose if they're gonna use exploration, social interaction. You know, are we gonna try to sneak around the room and when nobody's there and try to find the clues? Or are we trying to social engineer the situation and talk to people so they can, or are we gonna try to rough up the people until they talk, right?
So this comes to like what is the benefit you get out of being able to anticipate what your players are going to do? Like, what do you get out of that? So, like, if you knew exactly what your players were going to do, would it make your game better? Could you make your game better?
You're trying to preempt what the player are going to do, and you don't need to do that. You can just react.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering. So, you like, what's the payoff for doing this? You know. And but at the same time, because like what she said at the beginning, you have to know something, right? So you can't have a good one. They're skeptic.
Oh,
J skeptic. Is that what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, you kind of have to know what they're gonna do in order to prep the ingredients. You know, hey, they're gonna go investigate their uncle. This is what you would get on each loop. You can't really do the ingredients on the fly so much, or you could, but you have to like you really got to be kind of taking yourself out of the game and like working on the side, which I don't like doing.
I think you can do it on the fly, but
maybe
it's also like
maybe you're supposed
to get better at it. Yeah, it's a skill that you can develop, and it's also like I love doing those things on the fly, because for me, like, that's where I'm getting to play the game as a GM, right? Like, you know, that's big part of the game for me. Trying to
is that role playing what you're playing?
Well, I'm a GM, so it's a bit different, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I have this. Maybe I'm wrong for trying to seek it out, but like I have this idea that having an immersive GM experience is the ideal GM experience. But if I'm constantly like in the background and buying time during character conversations to set up like ingredients on what I think their next step in the game loop is, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's immersive in the sense that you're immersed in the world. Like, it's not, you're not immersed in a character, you're immersed in the world. And
I want to be immersed in the moment and the narrative that's being told.
But
generated.
I think you need to be immersed in the world, not in the narrative.
Okay.
Because the narrative, like, is being drawn from the interaction of the characters in the world, right? And you're the world part. So when the next clue need to come up, right, the letter and stuff like that, it can come up. It should come up naturally with what makes sense in the world, right? The same thing when you role play your character, the next action you do come up naturally to you, because you know your character and you're immersed in your character. If you're immersed in the world, right, like the next clue or the next thing that makes sense come up to you somewhat naturally, right?
Yeah. So I guess what's the point of having these ingredients then? Like, is it
they're thinking you can think about, but
it's like you're saying you just kind of spontaneously spit it out when you get to it.
But like it's a skill that you can train, and being able to think about those things. Sometimes you might want to have like some idea between the game. You think about the game a bit, right? And then you say, oh, you know what? Maybe there's gonna be that. Maybe there's gonna be that. Don't get married to it. Don't put them on paper. But just like train your brain of thinking of those things, right? It's like if I ask you like name 5 fruit that start with the letter F, right? And then it's hard on the spot. But if you think
fig, falafel, French fries,
that's not a fruit. Yeah, okay. That's not a
Oh,
fruit
you
either.
said fruit.
Yeah, or food. Yeah, it could
Oh,
be
you
food.
said food.
Fruit would be hard. I don't know if I could do fruit
Why
stuff,
are you
but by
stopping
if.
me? I was on a roll.
Okay, fruit.
I was getting my food on.
Okay, fig, French fry. What is the one you said?
Falafel.
Falafel. Yeah, 2 more.
Oh, let's go with a shit. Frankfurter
There you go.
and
Yeah, that's work. Yeah.
fish.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying the ingredients, developing ingredients on a fly is a GM skill.
Yeah. That you develop by doing it.
Now, I wonder, do you try to develop that skill at the cost of in-game immersion, or do you stay in game and then just try to like do it? It's like you got to train it, you know.
You're training it by doing it, right?
Mhm.
And you might not come, like I often say, you might not come up with the coolest thing in the moment, but then after the game, but you came in the moment, which is cool in itself. And then after the session, you're gonna think, oh yeah, man, like I should have done that instead, right? You're gonna think about it after the game, right? And then the next time a similar situation come up, now you're ready.
Yeah,
right. So
because
that's
I
how you
mean,
get
there's
better
going
at
to
the
be
GM. There's progression.
Yeah, there's going to be structures in structures. So like, eventually you're like, okay, there's going to be a chase or this or this. You know what I mean?
Well,
And
you don't know that.
It'll be like reflexive.
Yeah, but you don't know if there's going to be a chase or whatever, or a fight, or that depends,
Yeah.
right? You're not in control of that as a GM. So why you try to prep for that? Well, and if you want to say, you might say, oh, there might be a negotiation, or there might be an exploration, or there might be a chase, or there might be a combat. Now you have to have all those cards that are prepped, and you don't know which one is going to come up. But they're not that hard to come up in the moment.
I agree.
If they make sense in the world, right?
I agree. So it seems like you're preparing these ingredients, but there's no reason to, because you're going to get rid of all of them except for the one that makes the most sense anyways. So why not just wait to see what makes sense?
Yeah.
And come up
and
with
it's like I don't know, it's like it's like you're going on a, what example could I give you, right? Like when you do like those if you walk in the wood, right, and then you come across a river, and then like at some point, like you figure out a way to cross the river, and then you know how to cross the river. Next time you come across a river, you know what you can do, right? You have some option of what you can do. It might not work for every river, but it can work for some, right? And then there's a tree in the path, and then like, well, you can cut it, you learn stuff you learn oh, hello, John. You learn a way to deal with some situation you encounter, and then they become part of your arsenal.
Yeah.
And that's part of like the fun of being a GM.
Yeah, I agree.
And
so I'm starting to like this video less.
Yeah, like this part is a bit weaker, but you go on this journey that you don't know what you're gonna encounter, because the new place that is unexplored. That's what role playing is, right? That's what a role playing game is. We don't know what's gonna happen because there's too much interaction between the characters and stuff. Like if you don't go off the rail, you don't know what's gonna happen. So it's pointless to try to, okay, I know you don't come. I know there's gonna be a tree on the path and a river to cross and a chasm to jump and stuff like that. You don't know.
Yeah.
So you have to come prepare with like the way to solve the different situation you can fix, but not like necessarily specific, right?
Yeah.
Without knowing the specific.
I think that the best use of the 3 pillars here is for player characters that might be new, and maybe they don't know how to do. Whenever like a player character is like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, do what makes sense. You'd be like, well, think about like 3 pillars. There's usually like 3 options.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be something as like a beginner tactic.
If you want to explain, like, well, you can do whatever you want and say, what does that mean? What can I do? Well, in the illustration, usually the 3 pillar you can explore. You can try to interact with the world. It's exploration. You can interact with the NPC, which is the like in the talky way, which is the social interaction, or you can try to rough you up way up, right?
Yeah.
Usually, like those pretty much the thing you could do. And it might be a good tool to tell new player that often tend to just go to the fight all the time, because like those games seem to tell you that it's all about fighting.
Yeah, it's almost like the most basic like fight or flight. What would the socialized pillar be called in the fight or flight?
Beg.
Fight, flight, or freeze. What does that say?
Freeze would be something else. Yeah. I don't know what it'd be called. Yeah.
It's so weird how like it kind of naturally evolves out into reality. Anyways.
Which NPCs know things, and how willing are they to share? Where do rumors live in this game? And through our combat lens, what happens if someone isn't willing to talk? What does it look like when the evil...
What?
I said we could skip it.
Uncle.
Oh yeah, I think
absolutely does not plan on going quietly. But that's a video for another day. But tell me below, what sort of game loop do you...
There you go. I think we got the juice of this video. And like I said, there was something I'm not too fan of. Something that are quite good, something or she's almost there. But it did change my way of thinking about those pillar, I gotta say, right? So good on her for stretching my brain a bit, which does need stretching because
it's a good video.
Yeah, it's a good video.
But yeah, at the end, I think I did not agree. It was a roller coaster for me there.
Yeah. I agree with some, I disagree with some, right?
She's right. I should write down lists of everything in all three pillars. And I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
What does that really get you? Doesn't really do anything for you.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing.
So I can pick from what
she said. I disagree with some. Oh, thank you, Ajahn Mong, for like this $4.99 channel support. Thank you very much. It's appreciated.
Thank you. Dang,
fight, flight, or
I wasn't gonna say it, but yes, that is.
Like the joke in the biologist is it like the four instinct is like fight, feed, flight, or reproduction. It's the 4F
or reproduction.
Yeah, that's what.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I hope that's what he said.
No, yeah, it's a joke in biologists, like the the 4F: fight, feed, fight, flight, reproduction. Classic joke.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Mobile phones taking their penny.
Yeah, the penny for more than that.
It's probably taking more. That's awesome.
The penny.
Oh, very generous today. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think I cover like a lot of what I want to say about the pillar, right? Like I thought I titled this thing the 3 pillar smash or pass, right? And I guess normally like smash or pass is like smash is the good one and pass, but in the pillar, I guess in that sense, like we're not smashing the pillar. I don't want to smash the pillar. I'm giving them a pass.
Yeah.
I'm giving the pillar a pass. So it's not like when we talk about woman. When you talk about woman, smash or pass, right? It's different, right? Smash is like,
oh, really?
It's the 4F.
Yeah, I got it.
And pass is the flight.
I'm managing to keep up with the conversation here.
Yeah. In the pillar is the smash or pass have different meaning. Like I'm not smashing the pillar anymore. I wanted to smash the pillar. I'm not smashing the pillar anymore. I'm giving them a pass.
You might consider passing on the pillar.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. All right, cool.
But regarding the pillar, I said before seeing this video, I was working on a different framework to recontextualize the pillar, right?
Yeah.
But not as a game design tool, but as something to consider in your game, right? In a good role-playing session in general.
So you're about to, what are you going to do with this, these 3 pillars? What do you do with them?
I would tweak them a bit.
Okay.
For a good role-playing session, I would say that you need those 3 pillars.
Okay.
They're going to be similar but different. 1, exploration.
Okay.
But exploration is not just looking around in the world. It's also exploring your character, right? The psyche of your character and stuff like that, and knowing who he is. It's exploring the premise, exploring the situation, right? It's exploration in the much broader sense. I think exploration are important in the role playing game. You need stuff to figure out, right? Who
Okay.
this character is, what is happening, who those NPC are,
Need
what
to
is going on in the
discover.
world, right? And it's not just about going to the next X, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's a valid pillar.
Interact,
And
see how things work.
yeah.
Okay.
Next, instead of combat, I would say conflict. You need to have some conflict in your world. So you need to have some stuff to figure out. You need to have some conflict going on.
Okay. Some kind of opposition to your goal.
Some kind of opposition. Exactly. You have some goal. You have to figure out stuff out to reach that goal.
Mhm.
And there's gonna be something get in the way of you reaching that goal.
Okay.
The third one is the trickier one, and that one I might need your work a bit.
Don't say role play.
I won't say role play, and I won't say social interaction.
Okay.
What I would want to say, and that's gonna be tricky, but I would want to call it empathy.
Interesting.
But the problem with calling it empathy is that people don't know what the word mean.
Mm-hmm.
But empathy is being able to think, is understanding the thought process and the feeling of somebody else that is not you. So basically, it's very close to role play, right? It's when you put yourself in the character. Like I would also call it immersion, like but immersion in the character, right? Specifically, because people don't understand also immersion. They say like, oh, like yeah, if I when I'm in the combat, I get in the zone. I use all those rules. I press all those buttons. I'm immersed in the game, right? I'm super focused on the tactical aspect. And yes, that's a form of immersion. It's a tactical immersion, right? It is a form of immersion. When you do that coding and then you're in the zone and you don't see the time pass, you're immersed in your coding. When we talk about immersion in role play, we're not talking about the same thing. I'm talking about immersion in character. When you have like this emotional alignment of the character and stuff like that. And that's where I would want to go, right? Empathy, immersion, kind of like similar concept there. It's thinking in character, right? It's being in the skin of your character as a player. I guess immersion is probably better because that can also apply to the GM as immersed in the world, right? When we go into narrator mode and you just like have the world react in a way that makes sense, in a natural way.
Yes. I think empathy would work for the GM as well, though. I don't know if empathy can apply
because
to
empathy
like
you need it for the NPCs, but it doesn't apply as much for like natural event, right?
Yeah.
To the environment.
I wonder.
So maybe immersion is better.
It's definitely a loose use of the word empathy for sure, for it to mean like how the world interacts.
Mm-hmm. Let's go with immersion, or maybe like there's a better word, but so that for me, like if we want to wrap it up, I would say that for me that would be the triple that you want to have in a good role-playing session, in a campaign or whatever. You want to have exploration, stuff to figure out, conflict, stuff that gets in your way, and immersion. You want to feel like you were there and you were that character.
Yeah.
But it's a framework.
Sorry,
I was still working on it. And now, like, when I watch this video, I say, you know what? Maybe we don't need to redefine the pillars. Maybe we just need to
I mean, they're very different
contextualize
than what
them.
you said.
Yeah.
Because what you're saying is basically like, what she's saying is almost, I don't know. It's like you two are describing two different things.
Yes.
Like role playing and getting where it's like immersion is the goal, I guess. I always considered immersion to be the goal of role playing.
Yeah.
So you have to have it, but conflict isn't a goal.
You have to have it.
You have to have it. Exploration could be a goal. I don't hate exploration being a goal for a player.
Yeah. Well, it's a goal. It's a mean. It's
a bit of a meta goal though versus immersion.
But it's also like a way to the goal, right? It's also like a your character goal. So anyway, like when I was thinking about that, it was before seeing this video. When I was ready to smash those pillar and replace them with new pillar. But now I don't want to smash the pillar anymore. So I'm a bit conflicted, right? I say, well, you know what? Maybe we don't need to replace like those exploration, combat, and social interaction. Maybe we just need to recontextualize them, that they're not there
pillars
to plan your session.
They're pillars to totally different things.
Yes, exactly. They're pillar for design in a specific type of game, in D&D type game. Because I don't think they would be so useful in like designing in a game like Bastard Sword. That is class.
They're not opposed to each other.
No,
I would say they're
but also they also like
next to each other.
They also like potential player approach, right? They also like the 3 big potential player approach to a situation.
Yeah,
and
but like each one of those approaches, you have to have all 3 of the other pillars that you described.
Yeah, so they're kind of like different like thing, and I don't know. No, I'm not sure.
I wonder if you were to break down like your 3 pillars into each one of her 3 pillars. When I say her 3 pillars, D&D's 3 pillars.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if there's like a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's like a distinction on how you approach immersion in a social or immersion in combat. I wonder if there's like I wonder if that's worth anything. It's about the same.
I don't know. Explore like I don't know. I don't think they mirror that well, because like conflict in exploration or in combat.
No, I'm what I'm saying is I want if we were to make the structure, and this is just
you're breaking down quite bad.
I am.
You seem to be back now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
The video's frozen though.
Okay, my video's frozen right now.
Yeah, you seem to. You probably have some internet, like probably somebody cocking the cable.
I'm gonna refresh. Should I refresh it, or am I still frozen?
Okay. Usually,
I'm refreshing.
Clear 30 seconds. It's annoying because like usually I'm the one like I'm talking so much. So oh, okay, he left. So he probably got refreshing. He's probably gonna come back. Yeah, let's see what the diary was saying.
Is it better?
Oh wait.
Oh. I don't know if y'all can see me. Oh no. Max is gone now. Okay. So here's what I don't know if Max can hear me at all. But let's read Daryl's comments and see what all story needs conflict. That's often in the form of combat. Do the mechanics facilitate the verisimilitude? That pillar isn't so important to prep, in my opinion. Okay, so conflict is often combat. So I'm just making sure it is me here. Okay, so conflict is often combat. You know, is it though? It's kind of like the 3 pillars again, right? Do the mechanics facilitate the verisimilitude? So you're saying that pillar isn't so important to prep, in my opinion. I guess. I mean, you have to have stats. It's almost kind of the one you do have to prep.
I'm back, but I don't have sound at the moment. Let me just fix that.
We didn't hear you. So yeah, I don't know. The mechanics facilitate the
All right, I can hear you now. Sorry.
okay.
It might have been a problem with StreamYard because you got kicked and I kind of got, or you had like internet problem and I got internet problem, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, or maybe just like, oh, am I on the speaker?
We'll just blame StreamYard.
Well, maybe we just had both issues in the same time, right? In a similar. It's weird. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Maybe. So what I was trying to tell you was, like, if you have to have role playing in all three of the pillars, of player's action, because that's what I'm calling it now. I don't know. I want to call it that now.
Player approach.
Player approach. That sounds better. Yeah. So if you have to use role play in every approach, then you have to have all three of the pillars you described: immersion, conflict, and exploration in each one of those other three pillars. So I'm wondering if each one of those three sub pillars, I don't even know if they're the sub pillars, but whatever. Three ingredients of those other three actions.
Yeah.
I wonder if those are different in each pillar. If you approach them differently.
Yes, I would say yes. Like, because like let's say if you approach the game, if you approach the situation as a, am I mirrored?
If you approach this,
it's driving me crazy. Yes, I was mirrored. Sorry.
You do look like some sort of bizarro. Max now. You're not real.
Yeah,
your mic's always been on that side.
I just on mirror it. No, but like if I because I had to change browser because like when StreamYard crashed. Anyway, what I was saying, if you approach a situation with the combat approach, right? The exploration is going to be about like figure out like the weakness of the monster.
That's true.
And a good approach, maybe the psychology if you want to route him, stuff like that, right? The conflict is the monster itself.
I think that you're
stretching it.
I think that you're misusing your three pillars.
Why?
Because I mean, I guess that could be exploration.
Like exploration, I go like in the broader sense, right? Like in.
But is that like role playing? Are you role playing when you're doing that? I don't know. Like, is it a necessary component of role playing?
It's a necessary, it's a necessary element of a role playing session or campaign.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You don't need it every second of every,
Yes.
But you're gonna need that if you have a good satisfying campaign.
So you're saying the exploration part could be, how does your character match up to this guy in combat? Figure out if you have the advantage or if you don't.
Yeah,
that could be like what you're exploring.
That could be part of it, right?
And the conflict is you're getting punched in the face. That's kind of a big conflict.
Yeah.
And then immersion is just, what is the immersion part? That's almost the same in every one of them.
You're scared because your life is on the line.
Yeah, that's true. Adrenaline.
You get angry. You get adrenaline. I don't know. Yeah,
that's interesting.
I'm not sure if they really mesh up that way, because I think like the broad pillar that I describing are like more or not like exactly from moment to moment, but I'm more for session, right? Per session.
Yeah, I don't think that they're really that related to each other.
No, maybe I don't think so either. I think you can probably find an element of it in each.
I was just wondering if I was just wondering if we'd find something weird if we started looking at it that way. I don't think there's.
Maybe you probably need to think more about it, but I think maybe we covered that topic enough, right?
I agree.
And I'm not sure if it's super conclusive, because this Stephanie video put through a wrench on my argument I wanted to make.
Well, I think you're making a different argument.
Yeah, and the people at home can pick whatever they want from that, right? Like,
so
let
your
us know in the
3
comments.
pillars, I think they're different for GM and player, though.
Well, I don't think so.
Does a GM try to explore? Does a GM try to do conflict? Like, what is the conflict for a GM?
Well, the exploration is also like, because you also the exploration, you're also learning with the character, the PCR, right?
I'm not saying the GM isn't exploring.
Yeah,
I'm saying it looks different for the GM
and you also, well, because like it's kind of the mirror, right? Like you also don't know what the player, you can have an idea what's happening in the world, but you don't know what it's gonna resolve, because you don't know what the player are gonna do, right?
But that's my point. Like, what is the conflict version for a GM look like? Because are the players considered the conflict for a GM?
The conflict is between the player and the world.
Yeah.
So it's the same conflict for both player and GM. Well, most of the time it can be also against player and
I guess it could be
character, right?
Yeah. So you're still role playing out the conflict. It's just
you're just on the other side.
It might be generated by the players.
Yeah.
And player conflict could be generated by other players.
Yeah.
So there's not necessarily a distinction there.
No, indeed.
But you also got to think there are forces of nature, or there are, like, if there's a big windstorm, it's going to conflict against the weatherizing preparations of the players, potentially. Is that conflict? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just interesting. I don't know. I just
want to think exploration, cover, investigation, perception check, etc. Yes, but I think it can be like wider than that.
For 5 seconds here, man.
Already, okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Some game mechanics don't have system don't have mechanics that rule that stuff. But I think exploration, like, it's not even like just about. I'm not even like, because the pillar that I'm talking about when I say that, it's not about necessarily rules. It's just about like the world design, or the adventure design, or the or the premise that you want to bring forth, right? I always say your game, you need to start with a premise. You need to start with something interesting to explore and figure out in that world, right? And that's where, like, those oh, my cat decided to suddenly step on my stuff there. So the rough stream tonight, technically speaking. We have like technical challenge, one caused by cats. But what was I saying? I lost my train of thought now. So it's more like about, like, yes, when you think about, like, I want to present a game to those players, I want to present a premise that is interesting for them to interact with, right? That's where you need like conflict and premise. That's what I wanted to say. That conflict and exploration, and then the immersion is going to come through that, right? In that, maybe immersion is the odd one out. Maybe there's something else to be there, but you certainly need conflict and stuff to figure out. Yeah. But just as some game have you roll for social skills, some don't. Yeah. They all have combat though, somehow, right? Did I miss something else? I don't know what Phil had to do, but I don't know. Maybe, like I said, I was thinking about that. I wasn't quite done with and I thought I would come here and we can talk about it with Phil, right, and try to figure out like what those pillars should be exactly, right? And I'm not sure with the last one, the immersion one. Maybe it's not the right one. Maybe it's another one on out. But like I said, this Stephanie video like kind of like threw a wrench in the whole thing.
Right on. Sorry about that.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's do it. Are we wheeling it? Are we gonna wheel?
Yeah, let's wheel it. Yeah, but let's do it quick.
You say exposition, then I'll say exposition for the soundbite.
Okay. The exposition.
Exposition.
There you go. Is that good? I think that works.
Nailed it.
You got your will ready, or was that where you get up?
Of course I do.
Fetch them. You went to fetch them and get a room.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get them. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Boom.
There you go. Let's spin those wheels. Yeah, they did the thing again. Doesn't matter. You can see your
I
tabs.
don't like.
You don't like us seeing your tabs?
I don't like it. Okay, stop that one. We'll try it again. Share screen. Brave tab. Things. There we go. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Boom.
All right. What do I want? Do I want something special? Nah, I'm open.
Antagonist.
Antagonist. That's a good one. And those are fun to do.
I like
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
The one
those
time
are one of the best trope.
The one time the GM's allowed to be cooler than the player. That's
all right.
it. Don't do it any other
good
time.
Flavor. Let's get some good
going
flavor.
On here? Why is this all stupid? All right. There we go.
No, it's computer. Computer's stupid in general. That's my hot take.
Fantasy.
Fantasy? Ah, that's easy.
All right.
Fantasy antagonist.
It's an easy layup.
But it's not going to be that easy because we need to have something else with it.
Double flavors.
Double flavor.
Modern fantasy.
Oh, man.
That's like your favorite.
I fucking hate modern fantasy.
All right. We did it.
Yeah. We should have fucking rolled that when Victor was here. That would be like too easy for him.
So modern fantasy, immediately I think World of Darkness. But obviously that
is
means
that modern fantasy or is that like modern horror?
That's a good question. Maybe Changeling then? I don't know. But we don't like I don't want to do World of Darkness stuff.
No, like do like something like Bright, right? Or like Street of Magic.
Yeah,
right? Like,
Bright is such a good reference. Have you seen Bright?
Yeah. Of course not.
Okay. You just know about it.
Like that's like Maya Trumpet is gonna say like, oh, the pop culture, the Mr. Max pop culture quiz. Of course, I haven't seen any of that shit. Yeah.
All right.
I'm busy reading the classic. You got an idea?
Yeah.
So
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Does it have to be like some kind of wizard, right? Some kind of like a modern, like it's a corporate wizard. It's like Elon Musk with spell power. Or not maybe
Magic's
not
got to be in it, right? To be fantasy.
Bezos. Or boy, it could be somebody that just like want to like stop magic. It might be somebody that is not magical but hate magic, and you're in a world with magic. It's modern world with magic, and this guy tried to make it modern world without magic. So that could also be an antagonist in a fantasy modern world. I don't know if it's interesting.
So you don't like the hidden supernatural world over the top of a normal.
I think if we go like fantasy world, it's good. Like that would be like Dresden File, right? That's what they do. Right? There's magic too, a bunch of wizard, but they kind of hidden.
It's not as good. Let's make it like Bright more.
But it could be also that, right? If you want to go, I don't care one way or the other. Magic is
let's go to like it's common knowledge.
Okay, magic is common knowledge. It's a thing. And now
not that everyone has it. So the question is, does everyone have it?
No.
But what do you do with magic in a modern world? This is your problem with magic is it's not just
my problem is
it's not just current day New York with people throwing spells around.
My problem is even more like, what do you do with a modern world when you have magic? Why do you have
why do you have a modern world?
Yeah, exactly. You know, like that's why like there's this thing of the medieval stasis, right? In fantasy, right? The world stop evolving because like, well, you solve your problem with magic. You don't develop technology.
Okay, so then we're gonna do like the Shadowrun move.
They had the same thing in the Roman time, right? Why did the Roman didn't develop that much technology? You know, they have like idea they had like concept of the steam engine and stuff like that, and they would make toy with it, but they didn't like develop the steam engine for work. Not because
I'm on this
because they had slaves, right?
You think so?
So they had like
slaves are magic.
Well, what I'm saying is like when you have one solution to your problem, you don't go look for a different solution, right? So if you have magic, why you develop technology? That's one thing you can do with Shadowrun, where like, oh, magic just came back suddenly, right?
I guess there's like a trend towards an efficiency, you know.
antagonists want to shut magic down. There you go. We have like
right. Well,
maybe that's where we need to go now. Yeah.
Do we have to? Are we a slave to Meyer Trumpet's $2 here?
I'm not a slave to it, but I was leaning that way anyway.
I'm a slave to it. So
okay, doesn't matter.
I had a quick question for you though.
Yeah.
It's past. Forget it. All right. So. Okay. So he wants to shut down magic. He's had it up to here.
He's had it up to here. Maybe does he have magic or does he doesn't? Maybe he does have magic, but he wants to shut down magic.
Can we make magic aristocracy? Can we have like a sort of like a high elf sort of? Doesn't have to be that. I'm just reference.
I think it's
high elf sort of aristocracy, and this dude's like a rebel. We're trying to like.
I think there should be like some kind of like a dance monkey dance. There you go.
I can't stop dancing.
Yeah,
I think like a monkey dance.
It's probably like what if there's like big aristocratic family that have magic, and they become aristocratic and like kind of wealthy because of magic, right? You know, when you have like those power, it give you an edge.
Okay, what about the idea of like a Shadowrun magical explosion? You know, so it's like the society hasn't had a lot of time to adapt.
Yeah.
To the magic, so it still kind of looks like current day Earth.
Yeah,
but there's all this magic and we're dealing with
it. We could do that. I'm not opposed to that at all. But I had an idea and I want to run by you, and we don't have to do that because like I'm not married to it. But what if we go like the way that magic was to be underground and secret, but recently it kind of became like more open with, the change in mores and stuff like that, and now people don't care about anything, right? Like religion is kind of like dying, any kind of like degeneracy is allowed, so people say, yeah, we do magic now,
kind of like True Blood.
We always did. I don't know about that. I never obviously I never saw that.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen that.
Yeah,
but it's basically like this idea that
there you go.
It's basically World of Darkness vampires, and then someone broke the masquerade.
Yeah, someone broke the masquerade, and now now
everyone's like, oh, vampires exist. They're like, yep, we're here.
Yeah, we have magic, and we always had, and now we're gonna use it in your face. And what are you gonna do about it?
By the way, we're kind of running everything.
Yeah. And now that there's a guy, maybe he does have magic, but he hates it and he wants to get rid of it. He want to shut it down because even though he's the antagonist, he see the magic as unfair, and he want a more fair world.
Interesting. So one of those equality types.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily a bad goal in a sense, but he's willing to use bad means to reach it.
Oh, okay.
He's ruthless.
Let's make a cool race that are the magic users.
Oh, they have a race? You can just be human too, like Harry Potter. Harry Potter have a race too, I guess. I don't know. I have very limited knowledge of it. I know they have like goblins that use the bank.
It's true. There are goblins. They use the banks.
Yeah, they run the bank.
Yeah. Right. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So magic is the only threat to AI quantum computing. That's interesting. Maybe magic. Maybe it's this big industrialist. He does have magic. He knows that magic's not allowed to everybody because it's a blood thing, and you want to get rid of magic so he can push a new technology that would be available to everybody, and he could charge people for it.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
So what if it's like basically the perpetual motion 0 point energy You know what I mean? Like solution is magic.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, but what about the stranglehold I have on your economy?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah. That's an interesting antagonist. I think we're nailing it actually.
Yeah.
I think is that all we have motivation? Okay. Is a rich guy because he's come from one of those magical family.
Mm-hmm.
He does have access to magic himself, but he's
cool.
enamored with technology.
This is happening.
Yeah, drone strike on mage. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that's the kind of technology you want to do, right? He wants to emulate the magical effect with technology, and then you want to get rid of the magic, so people have to buy his technology to have the same effect.
So, with magic, you don't need these big government entities.
Yeah.
In this world. I don't know if that's really how it works. So you end up with all these like city states with like magical leaders. And
it's more fragmented.
They kind of provide everything. It's this utopia type situation. And then this dude.
Yeah.
He's like, we got to get rid of these guys. Because when you lose your wizard, you lose like your magical council, then your town goes to shit. Like we don't know what to do. What do we do? And then this guy's like, hey,
how does he know? How does he do? How does he get rid of magic? Some kind of new vaccine. Yeah, force on people, and when you get it, it eats your magical blood, and then you just become like a non-magical entity. But now you have to figure out a way for people to get it.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying some sort of airborne type illness is a ruse, in order to get people
to those vaccine,
take interesting,
that's gonna change your blood and make you lose your power.
Yeah, smart.
There you go. I think we nailed it.
And then when you
and there's already like some family that did lose their power, and now like they have to, but they don't want to show, so now like they become client of this guy.
The trick is though, there's magic in the vaccine. That's just of course,
or magic, maybe
anti-magic. It's like a counterspell. They put it in the vaccine.
But is it magic or is it magical? Or is it technological?
Both. Techno wizard, bro.
All right. Techno wizardry. That's
these big, like giant black reactors that they have.
Yeah,
it's crackling with energy. You're like walking through. It's kind of like the Matrix with the batteries and stuff. And that's going on. I don't know why that has to be there, but I just want that visual in my game.
Yeah,
that's where they make it. Did we?
I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool antagonist with a premise and stuff like that. A conflict.
Who's the antagonist? What's his name?
It's Beth. Jeez.
What's that?
It's Jill Bates.
Jill Bates.
Jill Bates.
Okay,
that's the name. There you go.
There you go.
Something like that.
So, yeah, he's also like a public figure.
Yeah, and a philanthropist.
Yeah, smart.
Happy to Friday, everyone.
Happy 250.
Oh, 250. Oh, yeah, it's 250. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
250th anniversary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
America.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm not American, so it went over my head. But I'll still take the 250.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be happy about it.
You will be soon, Max. Don't worry. American, the Empire's coming.
Maybe.
All
right. Should we go like the Wheel of Ren?
Yeah, let's do a wheel. I feel like we kind of. Oh,
what?
Here we go again.
You're not satisfied with what we did with the exposition?
I don't know. I feel like we didn't really talk a lot about the actual character.
We talk about who he is, where he come from, his motivation, his plan.
We named him.
We named him.
We named the villain.
Like, what do you want to say? Like, he's wearing a bowl cut and purple shirt, sweatshirt. There you go. What do you want more, right? People at home can take this antagonist and this premise that came with it and do something with it, right? They can fill in the blank. I think it was a good one, to be honest.
We nailed it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh,
the
horror in RPG. But I would have liked the puzzle one, but horror.
I feel like we did that one.
Horror?
No puzzles.
Did we?
I don't know anymore.
I don't know anymore.
But horror.
Oh,
kind of an interesting.
Do we need to explain the wheel? Do we need to explain the wheel?
You can explain it. At this point,
like how in RPG tube or D&D tube, right? It's the same topic always come like once every few months, and then everybody talk about the same topic. So we decided to gamify it and put it on a wheel. Now we just spin the wheel, the topic come, and then we talk about it, and we solve it once and for all, and we don't have to talk about it again until we would roll it again on the wheel.
Yeah, we will roll it again on the wheel eventually.
Yeah. So horror and RPG.
Mm-hmm.
You have some thought about that?
I do have some thoughts on it. So we have solved mysteries.
Yeah.
Okay. And
conclusively.
The solution, if you weren't around, you should watch that video, obviously. But the solution is, if it's a mystery, then it's because the players want to investigate something.
Yeah.
So it's mysterious.
Yeah.
There's a mystery to solve. Now with a horror, it's a little different, right? It takes a little something from the GM to make it a horror. You have to have something horrific, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like not necessarily a monster, but kind of a monster or killer. Or...
Not necessarily a monster, not necessarily
What is a horror that does not include a monster or killer? I guess psychological.
The crux of horror is the thing that you cannot understand, that defy logic and stuff like that. That's the point of a monster. It's this thing that shouldn't exist, right? We shouldn't, like, it's something that we know about an animal and stuff like that. This thing doesn't behave like a normal animal. It's a monster. It's outside the normal thing of around. When you talk about like those murderous killer, then it's a person, but it act in an unnatural way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it become horrific. It's thing that goes beyond our understanding, right?
I don't know about all that.
You don't know about all that?
I don't know that I agree with that premise. What if it's like a bear hunting you?
That's not really horror. Well, then again, if it's a bear hunting you and he doesn't behave like a normal bear does, then that's also what the horrific part come, right? It's
a pack of wolves.
But that's not horror. Then
it's not a horror.
No,
it's survival.
It's just a survival game. It's just a survival session, right? You're being chased by a pack of wolves, and you do stuff that you think should work against a pack of wolves. Well, then
you're right. It becomes more horrific. It becomes more horrific if the wolves behave outside of character and they're doing something that they shouldn't do.
And then like. Why wolf shouldn't do that? What's happening there? Like, what's going on, right? That's right. what bring the horror to it. Like even in Jaws, right? The shark movie, which I did see.
Oh, okay.
So that's a movie I saw
like yesterday or something.
I'm there now in watching movies, right?
I'm halfway through it,
man.
Right
they
now.
make a lot of them. But it's a shark also that behave in like not normal way, right? That's why it's horrific. That's why it's
and it's unnaturally large
and it's bigger, right? Exactly. So there's thing that like, well, we know what a shark is, but this is not normal shark, right? So for me, and that might not be
sorry.
that might not cover all horror, but I think it covers a lot of the horror, right? This thing, like, there need to be the element that something we don't understand, we cannot quite grasp. It defy normal logic, it defy all things naturally.
So you're saying a psychopath by its nature is horrific. You don't need to put any eldritch horror on top of a psychopath necessarily.
There's level, right? It's not. It might not be as horrific as something like from Out of This World that is like so alien, but there's some people. It's an individual that like we all have like the empathy thing, right? We can understand like how somebody like think or feel and stuff like that. Like we all have that to some extent. Like we sometimes joke that some people don't for some reason, right? But like to some extent, you can figure out like how like
I want to believe you, Max.
Yeah,
to some extent, everyone has empathy, but
or something. Well, something it's not something. It's sometimes like it's people don't have real empathy because they just project themselves onto other. But because we're human, oftentimes that's kind of close enough, right? Because like these people, like it's gonna act like you most likely, right? Like it won't on most thing, right? On something not, but on most thing because like we share a lot as human being, right? So when you project your own feeling on somebody else, that's not empathy, but sometimes it's good enough. Like asking what I would do in that situation. Oh, I would do that. So in part you're gonna do that. And if you're somebody that come from the same culture as you, the same background, the same village, you're probably right. He's probably gonna act like you would in that situation.
So back to horror and RPGs. You agree that it's not like mystery, and that there has to be some effort put in by a GM to make something into a horror.
There have some similitude in both of them. Like there's something
the
that
investigation.
You have something. There's an exploration aspect to go back to the pillar, right? There's something that you need to figure out. But in the horror, you kind of push it to it's something new that you figure out that doesn't seem to make sense on the BS, right? That defy logic, that defy the way that things should be, that break normal rules, right?
Yeah.
To some extent.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So if you are a GM and you are engaging in a horror game, do you change anything about the way that you run the game?
What Daryl said there is absolutely right, I think. And I was about to say that. I want to finish that. It shouldn't be totally explainable. Some mystery remain. And that's the big difference between horror and mystery. In mystery, you can solve the mystery. In horror, you can defeat the horror, but it doesn't really solve the mystery.
Yeah. So is there something that you do different as a GM when your game has taken on a horror tone or theme?
Yes. Okay. You can go a little wilder, right? You can because things are like, because in horror things are gonna break the normal logic and the normal natural rules, and it's accepted, and that's what makes it horrific. You don't have to have everything make sense like you would in mystery. You don't have to wrap up everything. You don't have to go in the logic. You can just go more play by ear and like what would happen now, right? You might want to give some rules to your monster, but they're not written in stone. And they're not constrained the same way.
When you're immersed as a GM, then do you know what the heck's going on? Like you have to have like verisimilitude.
Not do you in horror?
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's the big difference.
I think you can stretch it much more when it comes to the horror element. The rest of the world need to have it. Otherwise, you just become gonzo and nothing makes sense. So you have to have verisimilitude for the rest of the world, and you need to be quite strict about that. In Evan, I would say the rest of the world need to have like a natural logic to it, so you can contrast what the horror elements are.
One thing I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. The one thing I would say is if you're going to do the horror, then it's almost like you have to really play off your players more. Like you have to feed them things almost. You know what I'm saying? To keep it feels more like you need to care about tone, which I know we talked about. Tone is more of a byproduct of role playing, but I don't know if you can do that with horror.
What if you don't feed them stuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know,
I tried that with the game, The Harvest.
Yeah.
In the second game, I was like, I'm just gonna play it straight, GM.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. And it didn't feel like it was a horror anymore at the end. It felt like we just had this weird kind of interaction with a hunter and a wolf.
Yeah, because there's something at some point where we went like proactive and we went on the hunt. Like we figure out it's a beast and stuff like that. And I think like if you really wanted to keep in the horror, you should have like when we're like planning on going on the hunt, that would be a normal like kind of arc, like, oh, okay, it's a big beast, we're gonna get a posse together and gonna go on the beast, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you need to bring back the beast doing some unnatural stuff to make us understand that that's not the approach that we need to take. We didn't earn that yet. We didn't understand the beast enough, right? So we go on the beast, but then it go horribly wrong because that's not our normal beast.
Right. So that's kind of what my point is. You have to feed the players things to keep the tone horror.
Oh yeah, okay. In that point, yeah, okay. In that point, I would agree with you.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just going to turn into it's going to turn into a more normative, I don't know how you would describe, non-horror story. Yeah. But it's just going to be another thing. It could be intriguing and interesting. At some point, and a mystery.
We thought that we understood what we're facing.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't in the end, but we also died, right?
But it's like a horror is just a mystery with tone, almost. You know what I mean? With like a real heavy tone.
It's a mystery that you can't really solve. Like I think nerds say
that too.
You can solve just enough to make it relatable, but never fully know it. I don't know if you say relatable, but like actionable. You can solve it enough to make it actionable.
That you can do something to stop it or defeat it or something.
Yeah, but you're never quite sure, right?
Yeah.
The first Alien is a great example for that, and that's also like a big problem that the horror movie that become franchise have, right? They always devolve into like those weird action movie or gore movie and stuff like that, because at some point you explore the monster so much in the different other horror element in the different movie. And now you know all those rules about that, because there's always a little something that's established that you lose the horror, and now all you're left with is either gore or those weird action scene, right?
Yeah.
So that's a hard one to.
That's a hard one.
I think horror is hard to do.
I think it's horror is a tone. So if it's not.
Yep.
I think you just have to. You have to run it as a GM,
and you need to have buy-in from the player as well.
That's true.
If you go do a horror game, they have to be okay that something are gonna defy logic.
Mm-hmm.
And because we are safe playing a game, it's easy to say, "Well, that doesn't make sense." What? Yeah,
that's what they should be expecting, is to be left with questions.
But it's easy when you're playing a game, it's easy to just like look at something that defy logic and just say like, "That's stupid. That doesn't make sense. How come this? That's not logic." You know, and buck yourself on that, and then you break your immersion. But if you immerse when those horror elements come in, that's where the fear come in, right? You say, "Oh, that doesn't make sense," right? You know what I mean? You get the difference between that doesn't make sense and that doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the tone, right? When we talk about tone, that's
one of those guys sounds like a total idiot. The other one sounds interesting.
Yeah. One of them doesn't have buy-in, and what are you doing there, right? Like, and the other one is, I'm willing to be scared. I'm willing to engage on that level with this game that you're presenting.
Man, we should do a whole episode on this probably.
Yeah. So Are we gonna be defeated by the will of Ren that we didn't solve that?
Well, I mean,
we didn't solve that
if-
topic once and for all. It's a
if
big
you
one.
have to enforce tone, or at least facilitate tone, maybe not enforce, and you need player buy-in, then there has to be some sort of what we learned about today, play loop for horror.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I wonder what that is.
yeah.
But because it seems like it's like a mystery, except at one point it's subverting what you thought, and then it has to come around.
You could also like a horror dungeon crawl, and you can also have like a horror.
Yeah,
what's the other one you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's stone, right? But the dungeon horror crawl is like, oh, you wake up in this dungeon and you have to make your way out, and you don't know what's going on. You don't know, like, it's the cube, right? Another movie I saw.
I feel like
movie I saw that I mentioned tonight.
Good job. I like that movie too. I feel like deep into a campaign, you could stumble into a horror.
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah,
and it could organically happen. But if you're going to do like a one shot, then it's got to be buy-in, like a lot of buy-in, and a lot of like GM doing things.
And I love horror in RPG because I like my RPG like fairly like mundane, right? Mostly, but not mundane.
Yeah,
because I want the fantastic element to be fantastical.
Yeah,
and I want the horrific element to be horrific, right? So when something non-mundane come out, I want it to be like, whoa, what the fuck is that?
Right? Yeah. Some good Robert E. Howard stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with you, man. I think we could do a whole episode on this, but I think that we have solved it ish.
I think we brought some interesting point. I think it's some interesting point of conversation about this horror. I wouldn't say we solved it, but
I don't think we've solved it either.
Yeah. So that's a win for the wheel.
That's a win for the wheel. We'll give this one to the wheel.
But it's also a win for us because that's a good topic to revisit.
But you know what?
It's a win-win situation.
You know what's scary about this?
I'm never defeated.
The wheel doesn't win.
No.
So do we just have horror in our episode?
Oh yeah.
Acted outside of
that defy logic, that defy the normal
logic. How does it win? Never wins.
Defy the natural order of things. This topic, we should be able to solve it, but we didn't.
What is this topic? Right on.
So, yeah.
We'll keep revisiting until it's a weird action scene.
Yeah. Anyway, but let's wrap this stream. We've been going long tonight. Good show.
One other last.
I love like fucking emotion, like a wave, right?
Yeah. One last question for you though.
Yeah.
Is did you have fun?
I did have fun. Did a lot of fun actually. Good show. Did you have fun, Phil?
I did have fun today.
Yeah.
A total roller coaster.
Yeah. Emotional
roller
coaster. Yeah. And
little wheels.
Yeah. And you people watching, did you have fun? People in chat, people at home, let us know in the comment. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the people that joined us live. Thank you for the people that watch on the replay. We're going to be back in 2 weeks, but potentially sooner for the return of the brine and the wine.
That's happening. Probably a session 0 again, or we just go right into it. We'll see.
I could go just right into it. Oh, there you go. My ear trumpet say you had fun. Well, that's all that matters.
Big thank you to my ear trumpet and Daryl.
Yeah, and Daryl, for the super chat. Yeah, it's very appreciated. Like that, there's always fees coming with those streams. I do that as a hobby, right? I'm not but it helps cover, especially like time is rough now.
Especially because I'm buying all these sound.
Yeah, that's why I move all my desk around, right? Like times are rough, so now I'm thinking about doing like a different kind of stream, right? If you know what I mean. Not I'm streaming from my bed like that.
He's got his.
Let me know if you want me to send you a link to that.
He's got his F couch.
Exactly. No, it's my bed. It's literally my
whatever.
But
God bless y'all. On that note, God bless.
Yeah, on that degenerate note, God bless y'all.
Happy birthday, America.
Yes, now we're past midnight here. Well, both in the east and where you are now, because it's 20 a.m. right, and so midnight there. So
midnight.
It's officially 4th of July. So happy 4th of July for all my American friends, you and people watching at home. A lot of them. So
yes, too.
there you
Agile
go.
Monk too. Yeah, that's forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Have some barbecue, blow some stuff up.
Boom.
Bam. Oh, yeah, Agile Monk. It's true. It's true.
All right, take care, y'all.
The return of the banana report, that's still going on every day. There's a banana report. It's been a while since I missed one.
Yeah.
So you can go check that on the other channel. The
So
banana
many
report.
bunches, so little time.
Exactly. All right, I'm wrapping the stream now. So
Good night.
That's it. Good night. Pressing the button.